bump, set, spike. It's that simple, right? Prepare to be proved wrong as the nets have been hung and tightened. The balls have been inflated, and the hard work and preparation for Caribou County's 2016 version of high school volleyball is finally here. For the Cardinals, Grizzlies, and Cowgirls, the season last year was disappointing, with no team able to achieve the goal of a run to the state championship. But this season, each team has grown and will be looking to make the extra climb to reach the top, and KBRV 800 The Bear is going to be there every step of the way. Local volleyball is being brought to you on The Bear by
Monsanto, Hunsaker Ford, Silver Star Communications, and by MyLocalRadio.com.
Now, buckle your seatbelts and prepare to join one of the fastest sports in Idaho at the high school level as Soda Springs, Grace, and North Gem take to the court under the watchful eye of your voice for Caribou County, Caleb Burgraff. It's time for volleyball on your home for all things Caribou County, KBRV 800 The Bear, and online with live video streaming at MyLocalRadio.com.
Welcome out to the Bird's Nest, everybody, as it is time for Soda Springs Volleyball once again on KBRV 800 The Bear as the 2-0 Lady Cardinals get set to welcome in the Eagles of Marsh Valley for a battle of the skies of Caribou County as well as the McCammon Corridor over on I-15. It is a big matchup tonight for these two teams. The Cardinals looking to continue to be perfect on the season, while the Marsh Valley Eagles still looking for a few answers to their inconsistent play that they have had so far on the season. We have a lot more to come on the pregame show, including a standout teacher as well as coach interviews with Deanna Kettner, and Katie Franson of the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals will join us as well. All that's coming up on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at MyLocalRadio.com on the other side of this break, on your home for all Cardinal athletics and all Caribou County athletics, MyLocalRadio.com and KBRV The Bear.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Imagine a mining company that respects the quality of the environment and health of natural ecosystems. At Monsanto, we don't begin mining unless we can ensure every safeguard is in place to respect the environment. And if they're not, then we don't mine. Simple as that. That's why we take steps before, during, and after mining to reach our goal of leaving the land even better than we found it. Monsanto. Imagine.
Here's a look at your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 8th through the 14th in Soda Springs. We start off with 93% lean, 7% fat ground beef for $2.99 a pound. You can also grab yourself fresh, large Honeycrisp apples for $2.88 a pound, or blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries at $1.88 a package. Wrap it all up with dessert with Tillamook 56-ounce select varieties of ice cream for $3.99. That's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs.
Welcome back out to Soda Springs High School on KBRV 800 The Bear and MyLocalRadio.com as the Soda Springs Cardinals Lady Volleyball team gets set to take on the Marsh Valley Eagles. First matchup of two against these two teams. We have a lot more to talk about as far as what they're going to bring to the table and what the excitement around this match should be for you listening in right now or watching online. But before we get into that, we have a chance to sit down with one of these standout teachers at Soda Springs High School as Whitney, the new shop teacher, I should say, and Whitney Tuckett is going to join us. I apologize for blanking on that last name there for a moment, but she joins us now on the pregame show as the Cardinals get ready for Marsh Valley on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at MyLocalRadio.com. Caleb Burgraff joined here with another one of our standout teachers, and this time it's another one of the new teachers at Soda Springs High School, and Whitney Tuckett is proud to be joining us here. I hope you're proud to be joining us, I should say. And I guess we'll get things started. You're the new shop teacher here at the school. What got you into shop? It seems like something that you don't necessarily hear a lot of women teaching shop.
Yeah, definitely. So I grew up in a really mechanic-based family. Both my brothers are mechanics, my dad's a mechanic, my grandpa's a mechanic. So growing up in the shop, it was just second nature to me. And so high school comes around, I took all shop classes, and it was a natural progression to move on to be a shop teacher.
Shop is one of those classes that I feel like is really exciting to be a teacher for too, because you have so many different things you can do with the kids and really let them loose on things that they're really attentive about and they're really focused on. Would you agree?
Definitely. And the great thing with shop classes is they're very hands-on and driven. So kids that maybe always don't focus the best, they're learning in a really practical, applicable setting.
What are some of the things that you really like to do as a teacher? You've been doing this for about 3 years now. What are some of the things that you've figured out that make classes run smoothly and really get the kids into it?
I generally try not to keep them focused on lecture type setting too long. We cover the basics and then we go out and we apply that in the shop that day as quick as we can. So we'll talk about a principle in classroom, I'll demonstrate it, and then it's their turn to get to work on it. And that way they're always busy. They're always applying what they're learning that day, and then they practice it, and that seems to be a fairly successful thing with them.
Here, Soda Springs is a little bit more like the last school you taught at as well, where shop isn't just working in a garage all day. There's other aspects to it, like the greenhouse. What does that do for you as a teacher when you get to not only have freedom in how you approach the kids as far as what they're doing, but also a wide variety of classes?
Oh, I love it. Every day is an adventure. You never get bored. When you can go from teaching small engines to fabrication to a science course, animal or plant science, it keeps you as a teacher interested, but it also gives you a chance to relate to students in different ways. Not all kids are so shop-minded. Some kids you can access easier through science, or you can make science come alive for kids who don't normally find it interesting or appealing in another setting. So for me as a teacher, I love having that ability to relate with students on a different field.
You went to college up at the University of Idaho, a Vandal, and proud of it, apparently, from your side of the chair. What brought you down to this side of the state and this part of the state after you had that job?
So I love southern Idaho, southeastern Idaho. It is my favorite. I grew up in eastern Idaho in a school really similar to Soda Springs. I grew up in Mud Lake, and so I taught at a really big school for 3 years, and it just wasn't my thing. And so when I saw an opening at Soda, I just jumped at the opportunity.
When you think about this class now and moving on to the future, what do you want to do with the shop program? Because a lot of teachers, they want to not only work with the kids and work with their program, but also grow it. What are some of the thoughts and visions that you have for this?
I would love to see the kids get as career ready as they can. Work with industry about getting kids up to date with current trends in the industry and the skills that they need when they leave high school, either to go straight into a post-secondary education or to find a job and have the skills that they can do that.
That always works, especially going to tech programs over at junior colleges and community colleges. Mm-hmm. Well, Whitney, I appreciate you sitting down and talking with us, and good luck as you continue on your first year at Soda Springs.
Thanks.
That was the new shop teacher in Soda Springs, Whitney Tuckett. I want to thank her again for joining us here on our pregame show as we continue to march our way towards the opening serve of this afternoon and evening's matchup between the Soda Springs Cardinals and the Marsh Valley Eagles. After this break, we're going to take a closer look at those Marsh Valley Eagles as we have had a chance to actually watch them earlier on this season when they took on the North Gem Cowgirls in a match that, talking with Deanna Kettner today, the first time I've gotten to see her since that, she said it really was a bit of a shock to her and her team about how much they were pushed by those North Gem Cowgirls in that match, although they did come away with 2 sets and a victory in a best-of-3 match there. We'll give you a little bit closer look at what that was, as well as a closer look at what exactly the Eagles will be bringing to the table with their starters on tonight's matchup. That's coming up on the other side of this break on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
This broadcast of high school sports is being made possible by the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming.
In the aftermath of a disaster, victims want to get their lives back in order as soon as possible. But if your home has been damaged, the last thing you want is someone taking advantage of you. Contractors who show up right after a storm may be fraudsters, out to make a quick buck off of your insurance claim. They'll promise anything as long as they can get you to sign a contract and hand over a payment. Know who you're dealing with, and remember, if you didn't request it, reject it. To report fraud, call us at 1-800-TEL-NICB, a public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
It's so pretty here.
Katie's away at college.
There's the library.
But she can still be close to her mom back home. Travis is working on a big report. High-speed internet puts a world of information at his fingertips. Silver Star Communications provides connections that help students learn and keep families close, even when they're miles apart. Get your family in touch and informed with high-speed internet from Silver Star Communications. Call today or visit silverstar.com.
Check out my new time machine.
Does it work?
Hit the button.
Hey, it's Napoleon.
Oui. Check out the future.
Hey, you have a nice house. Why don't I?
You didn't save any money, buddy.
If only there was a way I could go back in time and fix that.
Yeah.
Save something for the future. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out to Soda Springs High School on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. We're about 12 and a half minutes away from the opening serve of this evening's matchup between the Lady Cardinals and the Marsh Valley Eagles as they get set to take each other on for the first of what will be 2 matchups this year. As I said, we already got a chance to watch the Marsh Valley Eagles this season when they took on the North Gem Cowgirls, and the takeaways from that match were the Marsh Valley Eagles are still a team that is discovering who they are in a way. They do know one big player is going to be their big middle hitter, Emma Sutton. In that matchup, she had 9 kills, did have 4 hitting errors, but a very good match for her in that opening game against the North Gem Cowgirls that we got to see him. Hope Dunn, a setter that still has some things to work on, but she does have some help. Kayla Jones, Taya Batts both got assists in that match as well, and they were able to ride some of those to some points. They also took advantage of some of the mistakes made by North Gem. One of the big things I did notice, though, is once you get past Emma Sutton, Kayla Jones does have the ability to make some hits, but not necessarily very strong. She only went 4 and 3, 4 kills, 3 errors in that matchup against the North Gem Cowgirls. 16 total kills as a team, 12 total errors as a team. They had more service errors than aces as well. It means this team is inconsistent. They're about 50-50 in what they can do, and that is going to be something that the Cardinals have to take advantage of if they have the opportunity to do that as they look to try and come away with a victory here against these Eagles from Marsh Valley. We had a chance to sit down and talk with the head coach of the Eagles as Deanna Kettner will sit down and talk with us now on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com. Caleb Burgraff joined here with Deanna Kettner from the Marsh Valley Eagles. And Coach, the season really starting to get to the point where you can get a read on what your team is doing at this point in the year. Now you've played over 5 matches. What have been your thoughts on the way your girls have been developing and playing so far?
You know, they've really stepped up to it. We've changed a few things with our setting and trying to get the quicker sets so we can get quicker hits. You know, they're stepping up to the game and they're coming together and playing really well.
You have a really good team when it comes to your middles and when it comes to your setter. Outside hitters, we talked about this last time that we were seeing it, was a little bit inconsistent on their outside hitting attempts. What have you been doing in practice, and have you seen growth in that in the last 4 matches?
We have. We've been working a lot with our outside hitters. One of our outside hitters tore her ACL and was coming back off of surgery and that, and so she's just a little bit unsure of herself, but she got some good hits last night, and she knows she can do it, but it's just still being aggressive and just getting back to the point where she was last year.
How much does it help, though, in trying to get that adjustment and that rhythm with the outside hitters to have a nice middle that has been there before, has done it before, and really can solidify the defense and offense at the net?
You know, kind of just exactly what you said. I know that we can count on them. If we need a kill, if we need that, point, we can always count on our middles to go up there and go hard and usually get it done.
You guys have had some good tests in your last 4 matches since we last talked. You guys took on North Gem. They pushed you a little bit. Then you took on Westside and Grace, and then Westside and Preston again in your last match last night. What have they learned from those matches, and what have you been able to dig up from those matches?
If they come together and play with heart and they want it, they can go out there and get it done. They know they have the talent. They just got to have that mental game of, we can win and we're good, and so we just got to play together and go out there and play our game.
You guys have also been able to play quite a few matches. Do you like having a little bit of a top-heavy schedule with plenty of matches in the early season to work on things?
This is the first year that it's been that way, and it's been a little challenging because we had 5 games 1 week, and it pushed the girls to their limits, and they know what they need to work on to make sure that they have that endurance to make it through all those games. So it's been a good experience for us this year having that.
One of the other things is that switches it up a little bit, is going from best of 3 matches to best of 5s. You're going to do that tonight. Is there any hangover that you're worried about with that, being the fact that the last 5 matches that you have played have been best of 3?
The only thing we're about, just keeping that momentum up and keeping the intensity level up and not just, topping out too soon and then dropping off. So it's just keeping that mentality of we got to play hard for possibly 5 sets instead of 2 or 3. So.
Couple more questions for you, Coach, and that's looking at tonight's match specifically. Last year, 2 matches against Soda Springs. Very good matches between the two last year with some good sets and some good pushes by both teams. What do you expect tonight now?
I expect to see some good volleyball out there. Our team's coming together. They know that they're a good team. They know that we can win, and so I'm expecting some good volleyball tonight and some good competition.
Are there any girls that you know of on the Soda side that you really want to watch out for?
Do you know what? I don't know anyone specifically, but, we're just going to take them as a whole and do our best against them.
Coach, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. Good luck as you and your ladies get set to take on the Cardinals tonight.
Thank you.
That was Coach Deanna Kettner once again from the Marsh Valley Lady Eagles as they get set to take on the Lady Cards from Soda Springs here at the Bird's Nest at Soda Springs High School. We have more to come on the pregame show, including an interview with one of the outside hitters for the Soda Springs Cardinals as Katie Franson joins us on the other side of this break on your home for Cardinal Athletics, KBRV 800 The Bear, and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone: food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center, Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Welcome back out once again to Soda Springs, Idaho, the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals on KBRV 800 The Bear, and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com. Cardinals getting warmed up on the court, and we had a chance to sit down with one of the Cardinals as Katie Franson joins us in the pregame show to talk about what her thoughts on the early season have been and talk about what exactly she thought about their match against Grace and the Grizzlies last night. Kayla Berggraf joined here with Katie Franson from the Soda Springs volleyball team. And Katie, as you prepare for this year's season, only 2 matches into this point in time, but very good performances from the team so far. What have been your thoughts on the way that you have played?
I think doing as well as we have in the last 2 matches, it's kind of fired us up and given us a lot of motivation because we've kind of started to see our potential, and it's pushing us to work harder because there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and we know we can do hard things if we work hard.
Soda Springs volleyball has not necessarily been the strongest program in the last couple of years. Do you feel like you're sneaking up on teams with the way you guys have been playing?
I think we are, just because it's kind of come out of surprise. We've worked really hard through the first few practices that we've had and the couple games. We've started strong through games. We've played strong throughout. We've worked hard together as a team, and we've ended strong so far. So I think it will come to a surprise that we can give some good competition this year.
You guys had some struggles at the South Fremont tournament earlier this year. Do you think having those nearly 2 weeks of practices in between that tournament and your match last night at Grace helped to really bring this team together and
get the work mode up a little bit more?
Yes, I think when we got down to 6 players at the South Fremont tournament, it kind of made us realize how crucial each person is to the team, and it's brought us together just to motivate each other. That's made us work harder now.
You guys had a very strong showing against Grace last night, winning in 3 straight sets, but not just winning in 3 straight sets, but the way you won in those straight sets and closing them out so strong in that 3rd set. How much confidence does that bring, showing that you guys really defended the title of being the best in the county?
I think it gives us some confidence, but just motivation helps us push hard because there still are hard teams to play, and we're very new into the season, and there's a lot of improvement we can have. And so I think for now it's just giving us some motivation.
When you think about moving forward in tonight's match, Marsh Valley, a 3A school, a school that's had some ups and downs so far this season, what are you looking for from them, especially after last year you split with them 1-1?
After last year, I remember playing them, and we won one and we've lost one, and so I know it's back and forth. I know we've improved a lot from last year as a team, and our skill level has improved. I also don't know what to expect because I know they've lost some seniors, but they've also gained some strong younger girls, and so I think it'll still be a pretty good fight.
We'll wrap it up with this. Who are some girls that you really need to step up tonight? You had a very strong team performance last night. All of the hitters, realistically, that are the veteran hitters, played very well. Who are some of the ones that you really need another good performance tonight?
I think everybody at this point is a crucial part of the team. We're going to have a lot of girls rotating in and out, getting playing time, getting breaking and bench time. So I think last night Bri wasn't able to play, and tonight she will be. So I think she is one that we need, that will be a crucial part, she'll be an important asset as well.
Well, Katie, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. Good luck as you guys get ready for Marsh Valley and the Eagles tonight.
Thank you, and thanks for having me.
That was Katie Franson of the Soda Springs Cardinals, once again here on KBRV 800 The Bear, and online at mylocalradio.com. We're about 2 minutes away. We talked about yesterday's match against the Grace Grizzlies for the Cardinals, and they really stepped up from what they have played last year and earlier on this season, and the way that they played, being led along by Katie Sims, 9 total kills. She did struggle with errors in the middle, and she did have 6 errors in the match. But she really rallied towards the end, as did most of the Cardinals. Haley Ledbetter, 7 kills with 3 errors. Katie Franson and Lexi Patterson both had 4 kills each as well. The team did make 19 hitting errors in that match, so still a number you'd like to see shrunk down a little bit, but something you can live with, especially when you're getting 28 kills as a team on the other side. Reagan Yamauchi, she had another good night with the assists. 22 total assists by my count from yesterday, and that is going to be something they really look to build on as the season continues on. Ace-wise, they had 10 aces, 10 service errors, another number that you'd like to see them work on and build on as the season continues. So still plenty to work on for this team as they look to bounce back and continue their winning streak. 6 sets so far this season, 6 set wins for the Soda Springs Cardinals as they are 2-0 on the young season as they look to continue that against the Marsh Valley Eagles tonight and get themselves warmed up for their next tournament, which is going to be a doozy heading up to the West Jefferson Volleyball Tournament, where they will be taking on Butte County and Ryrie, 2 traditionally fairly good volleyball teams. We've seen Butte County already so far this season. They are a strong team as well in the matches that they have played and that we have seen them. But the Cardinals, if they play like they did last night, definitely will have opportunities to come away with a victory. We're continuing to march our way towards the opening serve of tonight's matchup. And once we get there, we are going to have a fantastic match on the way for all of you listeners out there on mylocalradio.com. We're going to take a break. When we come back, starting lineups and the opening serve of tonight's match on KBRV 800 The Bear with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
When you're 15 and pregnant, all the stuff just goes through your mind. You're his mom. You're supposed to be the one taking care of him and raising him, but you can't do it without support. I wanted to give him a better life. When I found out I was pregnant, I don't know, just a light hit me in my heart, just saying adoption.
For more information, go to ichooseadoption.org.
I'm Miranda, and I chose adoption.
Okay, forest animals, kids are coming to the forest, and it's up to us to make their visit a good one. Sparrow, have you practiced the most popular bird songs for the year?
Of course.
Catchy. I like it. River, how's the temperature?
It's a refreshing 52 degrees, man.
I love it. Turtle.
He's not here yet, man.
He's late every morning. Okay. Squirrel.
The forest has been preparing just for you. To learn more about cool things to do in the forest, visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Oh, hi. Right now, I'm getting a remarkably heartfelt bear hug from Smokey Bear. Thanks, big guy. Now, if you could let me down. See, I made sure there were no low-hanging branches when I set up my campfire. And before we left, I drowned out my campfire, stirred it, drowned it out again, then made sure it was cold. Visit SmokeyBear.com to learn tips to prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals on KBRV 800 The Bear as they get set to take the court against the Marsh Valley Lady Eagles. Time for us to look at our starting lineups being brought to you by Mountain View Dental, where they provide general and cosmetic dentistry for the whole family. Good luck to the Cardinals. From Dr. Walker and his staff, we'll start off with the Marsh Valley Lady Eagles. They're led by number 1, Macy Redford, who is the libero for the Lady Eagles. After that, number 11, Paige Vorwaller leads things off. Number 14 is Kayla Jones. Number 17 is Emma Sutton. Number 20 is Taya Batts. Number 22 is the setter, Hope Dunn. And Riley Belknap wraps things up wearing the number 23. On the other side, for the Soda Springs Cardinals, wearing their black uniforms with the white numbers, white trim down the sides, and black spandex across the way, it is Katie Franson leading things off with the number 1. Number 5 is Kaylin Lewis, as she is one of the senior captains on this team. Number 7 is Reagan Yamauchi, the sophomore setter. Number 13 is Katie Sims. Number 15 is Haley Ledbetter. Number 16 is Lexi Patterson. And the libero tonight is Taylor Myers, wearing the red uniform alternate of the black tops for the Soda Springs Cardinals. Cardinals looking to build on what the C team and JV teams did tonight. The C team won 2-1 over Marsh Valley. The JV came away with a win as well in straight sets in their best-of-3 match on their side of the court. Two sides will meet at center court for high fives. Those are your starting lineups, brought to you again by Mountain View Dental. At Mountain View Dental, they provide general and cosmetic dentistry for the whole family. Good luck to the Cardinals from Dr. Walker and his staff. First set on the way, and the opening serve being brought to you by Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier, Idaho, the small town pharmacy that gives you world-class service. Give them a call today at 208-847-1421. Cardinals will be on the left side of your screen at mylocalradio.com. Again, wearing the black uniforms. On the other side, it's the Marsh Valley Lady Eagles on the right side of your screen, wearing the long sleeve blue tops, black spandex with red striping at the bottom, going from thin striping to bold striping as it goes towards the bottom of the uniform top. Their libero in Macy Redford is wearing the black uniform top with the long sleeve jersey as well. It'll be Marsh Valley to open up with the serve as Kayla Jones, off of an ACL injury from last year with the knee brace on her left knee, will open things up, serving right to left, and that is a good serve bumped up by Sims, though. Riamauchi sets it up middle for Lewis. She goes back far side corner on the line, and Kaylin Lewis with a good kill from the middle of the front row knocks it through, and Reagan Yamauchi gets her first assist. Good start for the Cardinals on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. 1-0 they lead the Marsh Valley Eagles. It'll be Haley Ledbetter to serve for Soda. Short serve dug back towards the net. It'll be set by Dunn in the middle for Emma Sutton. She hits it down off of the block, drops eventually, and Emma Sutton comes away with a kill as well. Goes to the left side very often when she hits and comes away with her first kill of the match. 1-1, we're all even in set number 1. Being brought to you by Sanders Furniture tonight. Ball served across once again, popped up by Katie Franson. Yamauchi sets up Lewis once again, stuff blocked at the net by Emma Sutton. She comes up with her first block, and she has been responsible for both points now for the Marsh Valley Lady Eagles. It was a back row kill, and she was all over it from her middle blocker position. Another serve right to left, this time from Hope Dunn, goes into the net. That will end the service run before it can get started with the first service error of the night for the Eagles, and it knots us up at 2-2. Back to serve goes Kaylin Lewis for the Cardinals. The outside hitter will skip her way to the line and softly lines one over the net. Bumped up in the back row. Dunn sets up a back row attempt that's going to be mishit by Belknap. Across the net, Cardinals have a chance. Yamauchi gets it to Sims, blocked at the net, played up into the air, and Yamauchi's going to tip one over. They're going to say a double hit on Reagan Yamauchi, though, and that'll be her first hitting error of the night, first on the Cardinals as well, giving the lead back over to the Marsh Valley Eagles at 3-2. Moves Sutton back to serve as Emma runs up, clips the net as she sends a hard line drive serve over, misplayed by Franson on the left side of the back row, and it bounces off of her towards the seats on the far side away from us, and an ace is going to go to Emma Sutton as she is having a fantastic night already, only 4 points in for the Eagles, and she'll have another ace as she again picks on Katie Franson, as that one gets lined over into the bench off of Katie Franson's arms, and it's back-to-back aces to give Marsh Valley a 5-2 lead. Sutton again to serve, soft liner, back row, played up by Lexi Patterson. Reagan sets it middle for Katie Sims. She'll try back line. That one's off of the line, tipped though by the Marsh Valley Eagles, and Katie Sims comes up with her first kill of the night. Assist once again to Reagan Yamauchi. Cardinals back with the serve. Patterson will check out. Into the back row goes Bria Skinner. As Bria, one of the other seniors for the Cardinals on this very senior-heavy varsity team, sends one back row just about a foot long off the back line. Couldn't keep it in, and the error will give the ball back over to Marsh Valley with that 3-point lead, 6-3 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Again to serve now are the Eagles, this time a line drive into the back row, splits a triangle of Cardinals as Ledbetter, Myers, and Lewis all watch it bounce between them. That's Paige Vorwaller with the ace, and 3 aces in the first 10 points of the night for the Marsh Valley Eagles. Again, Vorwaller to serve, high serve, back row, bump towards the net, and misplayed again as they're finding the openings on the Cardinals side of the court and targeting them. 4 aces on the serve for the Marsh Valley Eagles. One more serve coming up right to left. 8-3, Marsh Valley on top, 5-point lead. Ball served over, Ledbetter bumps one forward. Yamauchi sets up Sims in the middle, hits this one off of the block. Yamauchi tips it over the block this time, back to the Eagles side. Dunn sets it up near side, and Kayla Jones hits it into the net. That'll be her first hitting error on her first attempt, and the Eagles will give the ball back over to the Lady Cards, 8-4 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Soda Springs trying to rally back. Sends Katie Sims back to serve, left to right. She'll send one high, back row, strong off of the back line. Another error for the Cardinals on the serve. We mentioned in the pregame show they had 10 service errors in the match against Grace, and already 2 in the first few points of this match tonight. Back to serve now, going to be the libero, Macy Redford. Bumped up in the back row. Yamauchi sets it up for a back row attempt from Sims. Played once again by Redford into the middle. Belknap goes off the block of Katie Franson, and Belknap comes up with her first kill on another Hope Dunn assist. They're going to give the point over to the Cardinals, though, as hitting into the net was Riley Belknap. So no point for Belknap, and the point to the Cardinals, 9-5 on the mistake. Back to serve will be Reagan Yamauchi, as she will line one into the back row. Played up by Redford to the far side. Belknap sends it near side, and a free ball, 3 to cross by Belknap. It'll be Lewis setting it to the far side. Ledbetter powers one into the net. Haley Ledbetter took a little while to get started last night as well, and struggles with her first hitting attempt. It's a 5-point lead for Marsh Valley, 10-5 in set number 1. Back to serve is Riley Belknap, and she'll line one just over the net. Played up by Ledbetter in the middle of the court, set to the far side. Lewis comes up, blocked at the net by Sutton once again. Yamauchi bumps it into the middle. Franson this time mistimes her hit from about 2 yards off of the net and hits one into the net. And right now, the Cardinals trying to find some way to get the ball past Emma Sutton at the net. It'll be Belknap to serve again. Soft serve to the near side. Played up into the air. Yamauchi goes far side again. Lewis tries the back line. Too high, though. Got too much arc underneath it. And it's a 7-point lead for the Lady Eagles as Soda Springs has come out and been punched in the mouth a little bit here in set number 1. It's a 7-point advantage for the Eagles as they take a timeout. We'll remind you, this first set being brought to you by Sanders Furniture. Come to Sanders Furniture and Appliance, where they're continuing their Labor Day sale. They're offering rebates galore on Lazy Boy recliners this month. Sanders Furniture and Appliance, making your house a home. Be sure to visit them on Main Street in Soda Springs, Idaho. As the timeout runs down, right now the Cardinals, as I said, struggling to find ways to get their offense moving along. It has not necessarily been a bad hitting night. They've just been denied at the net by the big middle for the Eagles. Haven't been able to get it past her. And right now they've been struggling with errors, something that happened the last times that they took on this team as well. Both times they had more errors than kills in both matches. And the last time that Marsh Valley came to Soda, it was Marsh Valley winning in straight sets. So the Cardinals trying to avoid another fate like that. But down 7, the Eagles off to a good start. It'll be Riley Belknap once again to serve from the back row in the middle of the court. Official says something to the scores table on the near side. And out of the timeout once again, Marsh Valley will get set to serve right to left. Belknap, 2 steps forward, sends one middle. Ledbetter passes it up to Yamauchi. She'll set it back row for Sims. Hits one line through the block of Sutton and off of Redford in the back row. Katie Sims finds the pay dirt, as it were. Gets herself her 3rd kill. Yamauchi finding the right person to get the ball to and drops this one down for a kill. 12-6. Cardinals being doubled up, but back with the serve as Katie Franson will serve. Runs up, left to right, high serve off the back line again. Cardinals having trouble keeping their serves inside of the black lines or red lines surrounding the volleyball court. 13-6, back to a 7-point lead. Serve is Kayla Jones. Ball's fired over. It'll be towards the net, and Yamauchi has trouble playing it as the pass too strong to the net cords, and another ace attributed to the Marsh Valley Eagles. That's 5 of them in the first set. 14-6 now. 8-point lead for the Eagles, and this serve off of the outside line on the right side of the court. Too much spin from Kayla Jones. Ace, then an error. And it's a 14-7 lead for Marsh Valley. Trim back down to 7 points, but doubling up the Soda Springs Cardinals. It'll be the junior, Ledbetter, to serve once again. Runs up, high serve, back row, bump forward by Belknap. Dunn sets it near side, coming up. Vorwaller drops one down, passed up ahead by Yamauchi. Tipped just over the net by Patterson. Fantastic scramble. Then Emma Sutton mishits the ball on the Eagles' side for her first hitting error, but that's all got to be attributed to the scrambling Cardinals keeping it alive. A diving Yamauchi and a fighting Patterson to free the ball over the net. Back to a 6-point game, 14-8. Ball served over, Belknap up into the air, touches the ceiling before Vorwaller gets a chance to hit. She misfires, hits it down to the bottom part of the net, and Paige Vorwaller gets her first hitting error. The mistake bug starting to bite the Eagles. Back to a 5-point match at 14-9. It'll be Ledbetter once again to serve. Sends this one back row, clips the net cords, played forward. It'll be Dunn, setting up Sutton. Back row, she goes down the middle. Played by Patterson, and Sims gets a chance to fire one across. Right there, though, is going to be Jones. Back row attempt now for Belknap. Misplayed by Taylor Myers into the Cardinals bench. And it's going to be a back row kill for Belknap, going cross court to the left side. The assist going to Kayla Jones, her first. 15-9 now. Back to a 6-point lead for the Eagles. Long serve to the back line. Bumped up into the air. Ledbetter is going to set one up for Myers to free one across. Short free ball. Dunn gets this one into the middle. It'll be set up for Vorwaller. She goes cross court to the right. Myers there, though. Passes it ahead to Yamauchi. Far side. Sims goes long. Knew it as soon as she hit it. And that is a hitting error on the Soda Springs sophomore outside hitter. 16-9. Back to a 7-point lead for the Eagles, maintaining that distance ahead of the Cardinals. The serve comes across. Yamauchi bump sets this one back row. And Lewis hits it into the block, but used the angle well. It goes off of Taya Batson. Emma Sutton out of bounds. Kaylin Lewis once again with another kill. That's her second, and she found her target well. It's a 16-10 match. Cardinals back within 6 as Lewis earns herself the serve. Sends one back row, played forward by Belknap. Dunn sets it near side for Taya Batts. Into the block, stuffed at the net by Lexi Patterson. The big middle for the Cardinals comes up with her first block. It's a 5-point match. Once again, Cardinals starting to climb back in. 16-11, and Lewis will get set to serve. Runs her way forward, lines one into the net as the senior loses the run and gives the ball back over to the Eagles on the 4th service error by the Cardinals in tonight's match. 17-11 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. One more serve coming up as Sutton goes back to line one back row. Myers pops one into the air on a good pass, but nobody there as it went outside the left line. And the Cardinals will see another ace put up onto the board by Emma Sutton. That's her third, sixth ace by the Eagles. The passing and serve received not there for Soda Springs tonight in the early going. 7-point advantage as Sutton again runs up, lines one well off the back line. One bounce into the student section, and Emma Sutton picks up her first service error of the match. 18-12, back to a 6-point edge. Bria Skinner will check in, goes over to the far side, left side from her point of view, and will serve right-handed. Walks into one and lines one just over the net and short in front of the back row. Kayla Jones watches it hit at her feet, and the ace goes to Bria Skinner. First ace of the night for the Lady Cards, back within 5. 18-13 as Skinner again to serve. 5 feet off the back line. Another short serve misplayed by Sutton. Picking on the back line of the Eagles, and Soda Springs back within 4 on back-to-back aces by Bria Skinner. Cardinals just not going away, pestering the Eagles. And Soda Springs trying to go on a run here to climb back into a tie. Skinner moves over to the near side, passes one across again, over to Dunn. Back row attempt is going to be free to cross by Jones. It'll be Sims. Tia Mauchi, she'll set up Sims on the far side. Tip job going to be spun back to the Cardinal side. Franson keeps it alive, tipped over the net once again by Yamauchi. Eagles will have to just free it over with a Dunn free ball. Over in the middle, Yamauchi sets this one to Sims. She goes back line. It's Jones, though, getting it to Dunn. She'll pass to Borwaller. Two-handed free ball into the back line of the Cardinals. Ledbetter to Yamauchi to Sims. She two-hands it, but Dunn's right there in the middle of the back line. It'll be another chance now as hipping it into the net is Belknap off of the assist from Taya Batts on the far side. And Riley Belknap comes away with her third kill on a ball that was softly hit but off the top of the block and found no man's land at the 3-meter line in the middle of the court. 19-14, back the ball goes over once again to the Eagles to serve. Setting up is Borwaller as Page will line one back row. Ledbetter, high pop-up pass into the middle. It'll be set up for Sims, and she'll free one over to the far side right at Hope Dunn. Katie Sims comes back, gets their third kill, and Yamauchi comes up with her 5th assist of the night. It's back to a 4-point lead. Cardinals continuing to claw their way back into this one, and Katie Sims will get a chance to serve from the far side of the court. Left to right, she'll run up. Right-handed serve, line drive, back row, bumped up by Belknap. It'll be Dunn, setting it up to the near side, and a shot is off the block again. This time, it's coming from Kayla Jones as she comes up with her first kill. Hope Dunn gets her second assist, and it's 20-15. The Cardinals back within 5, but the Eagles with the serve. They'll line one back over. It's Redford with the serve. Cardinals right there, though. Ledbetter, a chance to hit it. Goes cross-court, pumped up into the air. Pancake save. No, they're going to say that one hit the deck, and Ledbetter comes up with her first kill of tonight's match, going across the court, picking on Jones on the back row. 20-16, back to a 4-point lead. Cardinals again trying to climb in, as checking into this match will be Alexa Bartlomeu, as she'll go over for Kaylin Lewis on the far side. Yamauchi to serve. The sophomore, one of 2 sophomores on the Cardinals starting lineup, lines one back row. Summit, good pass up to Dunn. She'll set up Jones, who powers one through, but right there is Sims. Yamauchi, good job getting a ball set up for Ledbetter, who powers one down again, this time at Borwaller. Tip across the net, but they're going to say a double hit on Hope Dunn on the dump set. That'll be an error on her, and the Cardinals get back within 3. It's been a steady march by the Cardinals back into this match, and within 3, they'll look to Yamauchi to once again serve. Set number 1, 3-point lead on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. This one outside of the lines, though, trying to sharpshoot the right sideline and could not quite get it, missing by a couple of inches, did Reagan Yamauchi for another service error on the Cardinals. 21-17, and it'll be Riley Belknap to serve. 3 steps to the line, fires one short. Passed up by Sims. They'll go to Yamauchi. Sets it to the middle with Ledbetter, tips it short. Popped up into the air once again. Dunn punches one through, but Yamauchi's there. Bartlomeu sets one middle. It'll be Franson coming up. Powers one off of the libero, but Redford up to the task. Emma Sutton, though, not up to the task of a kill. She hits one into the net for her second hitting error, and the Soda Springs Cardinals again get the serve back, down by 3. Slowly getting back into this. Do they have enough time, though? Only 4 more points to play with, and Katie Franson will try and do her best to get them on the board. She'll line a serve short. Dug over to the far side, past the scorer's stand, or the up-judge stand, and that's an ace for Katie Franson, the second ace for the Cardinals, or excuse me, third ace for the Cardinals, as a timeout will be taken by the Lady Eagles to talk things over, as their lead, which once stood at 8 points at 14-6, has been trimmed back down to 2. 21-19 the score sits. This first set being brought to you by Sanders Furniture. Come to Sanders Furniture in Soda Springs and get to see their new Labor Day sale, or their continued Labor Day sale, as during this sale, they're offering rebates galore on their Lazy Boy recliners this month. Sanders Furniture and Appliance, make your house a home at Sanders Furniture on Main Street in Soda Springs. So far, the Cardinals taking advantage of some mistakes by the Eagles, but really it's just been a more consistent offense that they've been able to put towards the net in the last couple of points, as they have been able to attribute 6 kills now in this first set, 6 assists to Reagan Yamauchi, and they've also gotten their serving game to get more on point with 3 aces, although they do still have those 5 service errors on the match. 21-19 your score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. And back to serve, Katie Franson out of the timeout from left to right. Waits for the up-judge whistle, skips forward, lines one off the net cord, popped up by Redford toward the net. It's back-to-back aces for Franson. The timeout didn't rattle her, and the Cardinals get within 1. 21-20 as Deanna Kettner talking to her back row, having them creep up a little bit more to defend this serve. Franson will go back row this time again, too long off the back line as that one skips through, and Franson comes up with a service error, but she did her job, got the Cardinals back within 2, gained a couple of points. It's 22-20. Late in set number 1, ball served over, played up into the air by Sims. It'll be Yamauchi setting up Patterson. She'll drop one short in the middle of the court. She looked like she was going to hit it hard, instead dropped it soft, and the Cardinals back within 1 on the 7th assist by Yamauchi and the first kill for Lexi Patterson. It'll be back to Ledbetter again to serve. The junior runs forward, fires one across, popped up by Dunn, misplayed. Jones, though, there to save her, and Belknap will free this one across. Yamauchi gets this to Bartholomew. She'll set it up middle for Patterson, off the block, right there Jones. Dunn will set it to the near side. Vorwaller comes up, hits one through the block. There are the Cardinals, though. Patterson tries to tip one through. The Eagles are up to the task as Sutton now comes up, fires one to the left side, and goes long as the Cardinals tie it up on the hitting error by Emma Sutton. She started out with a kill, 3 straight hitting errors, though, since then, and the Cardinals know they're going to say into the net went Lexi Patterson. So no error on Emma Sutton, as the up judge calls a net violation on Lexi Patterson, the point back to the Eagles. Momentum back on their side, 23-21. Ball served over. Franson passes this one into the bench. Yamauchi able to keep it alive as Ledbetter frees it across. It'll be done to bump one back to the Cardinals side. Yamauchi gets it to Bartholomew, who sets it far side. Sims frees one across. Pass up ahead is going to be tipped across by Batts. Franson plays it well, though. Yamauchi bumps set to the middle as Patterson tries to go back row with a soft shot from her flat foot base. Back to Vorwaller, blocked at the net by Patterson. Freed back across by Dunn. It'll be over to Yamauchi for the Cardinals. Set into the middle. Patterson comes up. Stuff blocked at the net by Emma Sutton. Her third block of the first set, going block for block with Lexi Patterson and one bettering her. 24-21, set number 1, set point for the Eagles. On the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard as Dunn sends it across. Played into the air, Yamauchi will pop this one to the net. Jousted for and won by the Eagles as popping it back down. Paige Vorwaller comes up with a stuff. That's her first kill, and the Eagles take set number 1, 25-21 over the Soda Springs Cardinals. Set number 2 on the way as the Cardinals will look to rebound back on KBRV 800 The Bear with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
Here's a look at your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 8th through the 14th in Soda Springs. We start off with 93% lean, 7% fat ground beef for $2.99 a pound. You can also grab yourself fresh, large Honeycrisp apples for $2.88 a pound, or blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries at $1.88 a package. Wrap it all up with dessert with Tillamook 56-ounce select varieties of ice cream for $3.99. That's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs.
Imagine a mining company who nurtures butterflies. At Monsanto, we plant wildflower seeds on recently mined land. The flowers support a thriving butterfly population, which then feeds small birds, who are in turn hunted by eagles and hawks. By paying attention to nature's detail, Monsanto sustains a broader ecosystem. That's one reason why 6 federal and state agencies have honored us with their highest award for excellence in annual operations. Monsanto. Imagine.
Welcome back out to Soda Springs, Idaho, as the Lady Cardinals lose set number 1 to the Marsh Valley Eagles, 25-21. The Eagles, relying on Emma Sutton's blocking play, 3 blocks at the net, really changed the tide in that first set. Those blocks easily could be up for our block of the game, brought to you by Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier, where they have all of your prescription needs. While you're there, visit their gift shop for the perfect surprise for that special someone. That's Bear Lake Drug, the small-town pharmacy that gives you world-class service. Moving on to the second set, Cardinals look to rebound. Two sides will trade sides of the court. Right to left, the Cardinals will open up with the serve once they make their way onto the court wearing the black home uniforms tonight, as the Eagles come out in their blue and red tops with the black spandex down below. Two teams will come out with the same starting lineup, it looks like, as, yes, both teams will have it. Katie Franson, Reagan Yamauchi, and Haley Ledbetter, on the front row. On the back row, Lexi Patterson, Kaylin Lewis, and Katie Sims, as Lexi Patterson will check out for Taylor Myers. On the other side, for the Eagles, Emma Sutton will start out on the front row with Hope Dunn and Kayla Jones. On the back row, it's going to be Sienna Agard, as she will check into the match for the first time on this second set. Serve across the net, left to left, as Dunn will set up Emma Sutton from the far side, blocked at the net, but a good recovery, pops into the air, and a free ball comes across to the Cardinals. It'll be Sims to Yamauchi, near side Ledbetter with a chance. She goes cross court right at Agard. It'll be bumped up by Dunn, and Jones will just free one across once again. Ledbetter gets it to Yamauchi, into the near side, back to Ledbetter, back row kill! Haley Ledbetter off of the assist by Yamauchi gets herself her second kill of the night, and the Cardinals take the first point as they get a 1-0 lead over the Marsh Valley Lady Eagles in this first one. Back over to Katie Sims to serve once again. Looking to build on the lead. Line drive serve over. Dug back over to the Cardinal side. Punched back across. Played into the net and down. As coming up with the kill, I believe, is Katie Franson, as she was just a smart reactor. The ball dug back to the Cardinal side and was able just to spin one down short where nobody could recover to it. 2-0. The Cardinals on a strong start as Sims serves it across again. Bumped up by Redford. Dunn will set this one up for Redford for a back row kill. Sims passes it forward. Yamauchi comes near side, and it'll be Ledbetter to pass one across. Played up by Agard. Dunn sets up Sutton. She'll tip one at the net, but played back to the Cardinals. Yamauchi sits one near side. Ledbetter goes back corner onside the line. Ledbetter pulling out the long rifle and powering one through with a two-handed tip that drops inside the corner. The Eagles tried to watch it drop outside as Agard watched it to the line, but it dropped inside the red, and the Cardinals lead 3-0. Katie Sims back to serve once again. Bumped forward, this time outside the lines, as Katie Sims sent one right at Riley Belknap to pick up her first ace of the night. She had 3 of those last night against the Grace Grizzlies. 4-0 now. The Cardinals on a 4-0 run to open up set number 2. Running up and serving it across the Sims back row too far, and the service run will come to an end. 4-1. The Cardinals still lead, though, on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard in set number 2. Those opening serves were brought to you by Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier. It'll be Kayla Jones to serve, sends one across from the Eagles to the Cardinals. Yamauchi sets near side, and it'll be Ledbetter dropping one down right at Redford. She couldn't react quickly enough, couldn't pop it in the air, and the pass will drop down harmlessly to the ground as Haley Ledbetter gets her 4th kill, Yamauchi her 10th assist. 5-1, Soda Springs up by 4 in set number 2. Trying to even things up at a set apiece. It'll be Reagan to serve. Short serve played into the air. Dunn gets a chance to set it up for Agard on the far side. Tipped at the net, popped into the air. They're going to call a lift, though, on the Cardinals. And Katie Franson put into a tough spot as the block fell right back into her lap. And the Cardinals give back a point to the Eagles, 5-2. It'll be Hope Dunn to serve. And the right-handed serve will come across from right to left. Played forward. Yamauchi stretches out to make sure she gets a pass to Kaylin Lewis, but it's stuff blocked at the net that time. Taya Batts comes up with her first block, and Kaylin Lewis denied on a hitting attempt. 5-3, the Cardinals back to a 2-point lead over the Eagles as Hope Dunn will try and continue the run. Serves one short over the net. Passed over to Yamauchi. Good serve receive as Lewis gets a chance to hit one down. Belknap tips one off of the ceiling. Over to Agard. It goes stuffed at the net. This time it's Franson. Katie Franson gets her first block of the night, and it's a 6-3 lead back in favor of the Cardinals on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. And back to serve will be Katie Franson after the stuff block rejection. Franson, another senior for Soda, will skip her way forward, sends one off the far side, though can't get it to drop in the lines, and that will roll back towards the open doors on the back line. 6-4 on the service error. It's Franson's third. Cardinals as a team not serving well. 8 service errors here, 10 points into set number 2. It'll be up to Sutton to serve. She returns the favor, though. Completely whiffs on a hitting attempt from the back line, and that will be her second service error, back to a 3-point lead for the Cardinals. That early run proving to be a big piece for the Cardinals right now as they lead by 3, 7-4 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Ledbetter to serve right to left as Haley runs up, lines one into the net herself, and the Cardinals trading errors with the Eagles, 3 straight between both teams, and Paige Vorwaller will check in for Sienna Agard, and Vorwaller will try to change the fortunes of the last 3 service attempts. On the right-handed serve from the right side, sends one over short. Patterson there to play it, gets a pass into Yamauchi. It'll be Sims coming up, frees one into the net with a 2-handed tip, and cannot get it through as that one goes about a foot short on the net, and it's 7-6. The Eagles back up by 1 on the Cardinals after a strong start. Marsh Valley playing better and more consistent as Vorwaller will serve. She'll send one into the net. That one drops down short, and we're right back into the error serves once again as Paige Vorwaller picks up the 5th service error of the night for the Lady Eagles. 8-6, Soda Springs clinging to a 2-point lead early on in set number 2 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. It'll be Kaylin Lewis to serve right to left, runs up, sends one short. Popped up into the air by Vorwaller. Bad pass, but done right there to save it, and it's freed across by Kayla Jones. Bumped up back row again. Yamauchi gets one into the middle of the court, and it'll be Patterson to free it across again inside the line. Yamauchi saved it. Patterson freed it, but it was into the right spot, and the Eagles were not there to react. Well, they were there to react. They just didn't think it was going to land in the lines. 9-6, and a 3-point lead for the Cardinals once again. Back to serve Lewis once more. Short serve passed into the air by Vorwaller. It'll be set up in the back row, and overrunning is Belknap. She has to adjust and free one across. Yamauchi sets up middle. Patterson, good run up, down it goes. Lexi Patterson, 3 for 3 on killing attempts as Yamauchi gets herself her 12th assist here in set number 2, and the Cardinals lead 10-6. 4-point advantage for Soda Springs. Back to their biggest of the game. It'll be Lewis to serve. Pass to Sutton. She goes over to Dunn, and it's going to be a free ball again for the Cardinals to play. Ledbetter to Yamauchi. She sets up middle again for Patterson. Back corner on the left side. Lexi Patterson, back-to-back kills, and she leads the Cardinals now to an 11-6 lead. 3 straight kills for Lexi Patterson, 2 of them swinging at the net, and Soda Springs starting to take control middle of set number 2. Lewis to serve again. Back row middle, played by Belknap. It'll be done, bumping it towards the net, outside the lines, and that one can't be played into the middle as the Eagles struggle to get it over the net, and the Cardinals doubling them up, 12-6. Starting to turn into what the Eagles did to the Cardinals. And back to serve will be Kaylin Lewis. High serve and outside the lines to the near side. Tried to get fancy, couldn't drop it down. That's her second service error, but a run that the Cardinals will take, building their lead from 1 back to 5. 5 straight points for Kaylin Lewis before giving it back as Redford will serve one over for the Eagles. Back to the Cardinal side. Patterson passes it up ahead. She'll have a chance. Hits it into the block and goes through Belknap, off Jones, and down to the turf. Lexi Patterson's a girl on fire right now. 5 kills for the Cardinals middle blocker, and she gets them a 13-7 lead as Bria Skinner will check back in to serve. The senior, also on the cheerleading squad, so playing double duty, will side to serve one across and sends one into the net as she will take her back row position now. Checks out with Taylor Myers checking in for the Soda Springs Cardinals. 13-8 on Skinner's second service error of the night. 5-point edge as Belknap will serve. Lines one into the net herself. Riley Belknap with her first error on the serve, and Soda Springs back up by 6, 14-8 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Gives over to Katie Sims to serve once again. Katie a sophomore, played a lot of club in her offseason. It showed in the way that she's played so far this year. Will serve it across, hit too far, bumped over the net. Eagles get back and scramble when a cross on a free ball played over. Sims gets it to Yamauchi, near side. Ledbetter comes up, powers one back row, and a lift will have to be called on a hard shot. The lift goes on Redford. It'll be an error on her, but you could almost give that one as a kill to Ledbetter. And that is a 7-point edge for the Cardinals now, as a timeout taken by the Marsh Valley Lady Eagles. 15-8, Cardinals up by 7 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. As we will keep things here, remind you that this set being brought to you by Bear Lake Drug. At Bear Lake Drug, they have everything you need to get better quick, and they carry durable medical equipment for purchase or rent. That's Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier. Call them at 208-847-1421. Also, an update that we have for you from the North Gem volleyball team. They had a tri-match this evening up at Water Springs, as Water Springs and Rockland were taking on the Cowgirls. North Gem lost to Rockland 25-13 before really pushing them in the second set 25-21. Rockland did win both. North Gem then took on Water Springs, and Water Springs, a good team this year, 25-8, 25-11. They were able to win both. I was asking assistant coach Lowe over there at North Gem how they did, and she said that they played Water Springs. They had an amazing hitter, and it was just frustrating to watch them in those matches, but they really gave Rockland a push, and Rockland, a good team from last year. North Gem continues to show improvement each night. 15-8, a 7-point edge for the Cardinals, and back to serve is Katie Sims. Line drive serve to the back row. Redford plays it forward. It'll be done, setting up Sutton from the far side. Stuffed at the net by Franson. Katie Franson with her second block. Back-to-back on Emma Sutton when she's gotten at the net. And Sutton starting to struggle since her first kill. She's had 2 errors and 2 blocked attempts. 16-8. Again, Sims serves it across. Miscommunication by the Eagles, and Dunn will have to free this one over after Sutton passed it to her. Yamauchi, high pass into the air for Ledbetter, gives her time off of the arms of Vorwaller as Ledbetter gets her 5th straight kill without an error. Yamauchi, her 15th assist. Ledbetter and Patterson playing nearly perfect volleyball from their middle and outside hitting positions, and the Cardinals get themselves to a 9-point lead, 17-8. It'll go back to Katie Sims to serve once again. Trying to build on this service run, skips up to the net and sends one back row. Redford passes it too far to the net, played back by Dunn, and Redford will free one across. Sims to Yamauchi, she'll set one up for Franson, comes up, misfires on the swing. Good run up, just a little bit too aggressive on trying to hit the ball, went too early, and it gives the ball back over to the Marsh Valley Eagles, an 8-point edge for the Cardinals. 17-9 is set number 2 as Jones sends one across. Played to the net, Yamauchi tips one over, but her foot crossed the line as Reagan Yamauchi ends up getting the net violation, and that will be her first, the second on the Cardinals. Eagles will take advantage and get to double figures, 17-10. Goes back to Jones to serve once again. High serve, back row. Sims passes it forward. Yamauchi, clean pass into the back row where Sims goes for a back row kill, but Belknap there to stop it. Dumped over the net, though, by Franson. She comes up with her second kill. No assist needed there. She drops one through to the right side of Emma Sutton. 18-10, back up by 8 are the Soda Springs Cardinals. It'll be back to Reagan Yamauchi, back to serve once again for Soda Springs. Targets out who she's going after, figures it out. Now a line one to the near side. Popped up into the air by Jones. Dunn will set this one up for Sutton from the middle position. Tipped at the net, dug back over, and then Jones tries again. It's going to be bumped up by the Cardinals, but Sutton on 2 attempts ends up dropping one through. That's her second kill of the night, and the Cardinals end up getting themselves back to a 7-point lead on the good play by Emma Sutton as the Eagles look to try and continue to climb back into this game. It'll be Dunn over on the far side to serve. Hope Dunn back to serve as the libero. From the right side, sends one across the middle of the net, bumped up by Sims. Yamauchi now passes one into the middle. Sims goes back row kill, can't get it to drop down, pass back to the Cardinal side. Yamauchi, another chance to set, goes to Ledbetter, 2-hand free ball. Jones passes it to Dunn, over to the far side. Vorwaller off the block and down inside the Cardinals side of the court. Hope Dunn, only her 3rd assist of the night. Vorwaller gets her 2nd kill. It's 18-12 as the Eagles trying to climb their way back into the match. Hope Dunn once more to serve. 6-point advantage as the setter sends one back row of the Cardinals. Ledbetter there to pass it forward. Yamauchi high into the air for Bartlomew, off the net, past the block of Sutton, and Bartlomew comes up with the kill. It's her first kill, another assist for Yamauchi for 16 on the night, and it's 19-12, a 7-point edge for Soda. Katie Franson earns the serve now. She will run herself up. Lines one into the net, though, as she can't keep the rally going for the Cardinals. She's had a rough night on her serves. That is her 4th service error of the night to go with her 2 aces. 19-13 now. And back once more to serve is Sutton for the Eagles. She'll line one short back row. Played up into the air. Yamauchi gets this one for Bartlemy. She finds the back row of the Eagles, though, on the right side. 5 Eagles were crept up towards the 3-meter line, leaving Sutton on the back line as the only line of defense. She couldn't get there as Franson gets her 3rd kill on another assist by Yamauchi. 20-13, and it'll be back to Haley Ledbetter to serve after a substitution checks in as Kimmy McNabb will come into the back row for Emma Sutton. A little bit more quickness onto the back line for the Eagles as they try to keep this game from getting out of hand. 20-13 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard as a serve from Ledbetter goes off the fingertips of Kayla Jones into the student section on the back line for the Cardinals, and Ledbetter gets her 1st ace. That's her 4th of the season here in the games that we've done. She had 3 last night. 21-13, Ledbetter again to serve. Skips her way forward, lines one back row. Jones into the air, gets this one to Dunn, passed forward, and Belknap will try and drop one down. Cardinals play it ahead, but it's going to drop on down, and Belknap gets herself the kill on the assist by Kayla Jones. Riley Belknap with her 4th kill. 21-14, the Eagles back with the ball, but a big mountain to try and scale as they trail by 7 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Vorwaller to serve, sends one over, and a point will be over to the Eagles on a rotation violation by the Cardinals that cost them a point. Not sure who was out of position. I think it was Katie Sims as the coaching staff talks to her. 21-15 now. Vorwaller again serves it over. Yamauchi sets up Bartlemy. She hits this one into the net, though. The hitting error will be her 1st. And it's 21-16. Paige Vorwaller again to serve. Steps forward. Lines one back row. Paid up by Myers. Yamauchi gets this one for Patterson. The free one high across into the back row. Played by McNabb. Over into the middle. A pass will be freed back over by Jones to the Cardinals. Yamauchi to Bartlemy. She sets one up for Patterson, powers one down, but into the net. Lexi gets her 1st hitting error of the night, and a timeout taken by the Cardinals as their 7-point edge trimmed down to 4, 21-17 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. We're in set number 2, being brought to you by Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier. At Bear Lake Drug, they have everything you need to get better quick, and they carry durable medical equipment for purchase or rent. That's Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier. Call them at 208-847-1421. Cardinals looking to stay perfect on the season, 2-0 in the early season for the Soda Springs Cards. Right now, they're getting a good test from the 3A Marsh Valley Eagles from down the road on I-15 as the Eagles have come to play tonight. Eagles have been on and off throughout the season. They've had good games and bad matches. They've actually were 0-2 against Grace this year as Grace took them in 2 3-set matches. Or excuse me, 1 3-set match, 0-1 I should say. And we're able to handle them fairly easily. The Eagles, though, looking like a different team tonight as Vorwaller will send one back row, 2 strong off the back line. Good eyes from the back row of Myers and Patterson, and Paige Vorwaller gets her 2nd service error of the night. 22-17. And checking back in will be Kaylin Lewis for the Cardinals onto the back row, replacing Alexa Bartlemy. Lewis runs up to serve from the right side. High serve, back row. Played up into the middle by Belknap. Free to cross by the Eagles. Lewis has to dive, though, to get it up into the air, and Ledbetter will have a back row opportunity. Dunn passes it towards net. Joust at 4, and the point goes to the Eagles as the joust is won over at the net. We're going to give that one to Katie Sims on the reach up to the top of the net for her 4th kill. 23-17, 6-point lead as it's a advantage Cardinals trying to close it out, and the ball goes towards Vorwaller, and at the very last second, Matrix is out of the way in order to avoid touching that one, and it's 23-18 now. Back into it with a serve are going to be the Marsh Valley Eagles. The serve is Redford. Checking back in is the libero for the Eagles. Tosses it up, right hand serve, line drive, back row. Ledbetter passes it too far, pounded down at the net. Rising up is Hope Dunn as she crushes that one back to the other side. The normal setter saw an opportunity to get a kill, and she took it. 23-19, back to a 4-point lead. It'll be Redford once more to serve. High into the air, high ball, back row. Patterson Up ahead to Yamauchi. She'll set it middle for Sims. Tosses one back line, but Borwaller there to pass it ahead. Dunn tries again for the kill attempt. This time it's Patterson, but Sims with the lift is going to be charged with the error. That's her third error on the night, and the Eagles continue to climb back into this one, 23-20. As a timeout's taken on the near side, the scores desk talking with the down official to make sure that they have things figured out. Cardinals, again, last year at this home decision, ended up losing to the Eagles in straight sets. It was a close match then, though, 26-24, 26-24, 25-16. So the Eagles got everything they could from the Cardinals, but Soda could not close those matches out and close those sets out as they had leads in those as well. Here, the same thing shaping up, and this is where the Cardinals have a chance to show some growth for themselves as they're up by 3, and they have 2 points left to try and close out this match. If they can do that, definitely some excitement for them as they will continue to show that growth. They showed it last night in Grace as they really played well in the third set to close it out, played their best volleyball of the night in that third set. So far in the second set, they've played their best volleyball of the night as well, but they can't quite close out the Eagles as the errors starting to pile up in the serves as well as the errors starting to pile up in the passing game and mental game with some of the rotation mistakes the Cardinals have made. Officials going over once again to talk things over on the far side as head coach Shawnee Thompson had a word with the down judge. Not sure what exactly they're discussing at this point in time, as hopefully we'll get some sort of indication on what exactly the topic is about on the far side. Buzzing crowd here. Great student section tonight for this matchup between these two teams, as most of the cross-country team, the football team, the cheerleaders, all in the house for these two teams, pulling for the Cardinals tonight as they look to try and upset the Marsh Valley Eagles. The down judge coming back over to talk with Coach Shawnee Thompson once again, as now they'll all come over to the scores table, and Deanna Kettner now looking in intently from her side of the bench, as again they start to discuss things and come over to the table to talk things over. It could be the Cardinals are getting close to being out of substitutions, as there is a limit on how many substitutions you can make in a match, but I didn't think they were coming close to that, as usually it's up around 14 or 15. Could also be talking about rotations and making sure the Cardinals are in the right rotation. They may not have been in the right rotation, as the down official continuing to talk with Coach Shawnee Thompson over on the right side of the court. And the buzz here at the audience here tonight continuing to grow. Coach Deanna Kettner calling some of her players over, talking with Riley Belknap as well as Redford. And now the Cardinals will make a substitution in. And I believe they never made a substitution for Patterson. Okay, I know what it is. They ended up bringing out the libero in Taylor Myers. They never actually made the full substitution for Bria Skinner and Lexi Patterson checking back in, as you have to make sure that substitution is made clear. And they will get a point for the Marsh Valley Eagles on the mistake, which makes it 21-23 on the mistake in not subbing in and out for the Soda Springs Cardinals. 23-21 now, everything sorted out, and a left to right serve comes from the Eagles. Cardinals with the offensive opportunity. Sims from the back row tries to kill it, pop to the Cardinals side, and Patterson tried to sky for the ball, mishit it, and it drops down onto the Cardinals side. That's got to go as an error on Lexi Patterson, and it's a 1-point match. 23-22, Cardinals down by 1, or up by 1, excuse me, on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. And we'll keep it right here as the Cardinals look to try and compose themselves after that long layoff. They got to talk things over and get the momentum back on their side. It's tough to do that whenever you have a problem occurring on the court, whenever you have your rhythm stopped up. But they have really shown some push through some adversity so far this season, although this is the first time they've really been pushed during a set. And the first time they've really been pushed to try and find a little bit of a rhythm on their side of the court after they've had it taken from them. 23-22, Eagles within 1 with the serve and with the offensive opportunity to score points in their hands. Redford serving left to right will once again get set to serve this one over. Stands on the right side of the painted area from her point of view. Looks over, tosses it up, and a right-hand serve will be lined just over net in front of Ledbetter and Franson. drops to the ground, and the Cardinals watch as the Eagles tie it up on the serve of Macy Redford for her first ace. 23 all here in set number 2. Eagles leading 1-0 over the Cardinals. Redford again set to serve. Spins the ball, tosses it high, sends one short to the far side, off Patterson, who can't handle the serve. It goes off of her into the crowd. Back-to-back aces by Redford, and Soda Springs, after leading by as many as 7, has allowed the Eagles to climb back in, and they have a chance to serve this one out. Redford to do the serving for the Eagles. Marsh Valley lines one up over the net. Short serve. Good pass by Sims. Yamauchi sets up Sims. Back row high into the air towards the net. Bumped up into the air. Dumped back down by Sims and into the net. They're going to say went the Eagles, and the Cardinals will get the point on the net violation coming from Riley Belknap. A very, very excruciating point there for both teams. 24-24. The set remains tied. Win by 2. As Bria Skinner will check back into the match. Coach Shawnee Thompson making sure everything is correct this time as she checks in, and she'll get set to serve. Has 2 aces on her credit already. This one not going to go that well. Dunn bumps one up back row for Redford. She'll send one high. Back line too strong as Bria Skinner went for the ball but didn't touch it. And it drops off the back line very close. It goes as a hitting error on Macy Redford, though, and the Cardinals with a 1-point edge, 25-24. That's where talking is so important. As Bria Skinner, you love the hustle, but you have to make sure you're listening to the talking that's going on, as you could clearly hear the Cardinals bench and the Cardinals players saying out, out, out on that play to make sure that no one touched it. So the Cardinals getting a little bit lucky there, but they do have the 1-point edge. They do have the serve on their side as well, and they have an opportunity to close out the Marsh Valley Eagles and even this up at 1 set apiece for the 2 sides. Coach Shawnee Thompson discussing things with her team as they try to settle themselves down and get themselves back into the motion here. And it'd be very nice if Bria Skinner could come up with her 3rd ace of the night, as she has 2 already, along with her 2 service errors. 25-24, the senior for the Cardinals in the back row. Both teams out of timeouts. From the right side of the court from her point of view. Tosses the ball up, lines one to the far side, bumped into the air. It'll be done to pass this one for Jones. Comes up, hits it off the block. Sims right there, though, to get it to Yamauchi. Back to Sims. Katie comes up, tipped at the net, goes right into the face of Kimmy McNabb, and the Cardinals come back from almost losing a giant lead and are able to take it back 26-24. Soda Springs with the set win. We'll take a break. When we come back, set number 3 in what has been a fantastic match so far on KBR V800 The Bear, with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone: food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Welcome back out to Soda Springs, Idaho on KBR V800 The Bear as we march on to the 3rd set tonight. Soda Springs able to even things up with the Eagles 1-1. The set's tied on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard as we start the 3rd set. The opening serve of the 3rd set will be brought to you by Bear Lake Drug. At Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier, they're the small town pharmacy that gives you world-class service. Call them at 208-847-1421 today. Cardinals looking to try and keep the momentum rolling along after getting a fantastic play in that last set in order to come away with the victory on a Katie Sims keel that was tipped at the net right into the face of Kimmy McNabb, and she could not come up with the clean play on that point. Cardinals will take it. They win 26-24, and they'll look to try and ride that to a 2-1 set lead as we come into set number 3. Just starting things off, it'll be Kayla Jones to serve once both teams get themselves affiliated and set up out on the court. By the way, we will remind you that the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard is brought to you by CMH. Their friendly, qualified staff truly care about our patients and the community. You can see the rest and you can rest at ease knowing that you will be receiving the best care possible close to home. Each side ready to go. Up judge blows his whistle, and Kayla Jones will fire one across. Back underway here. It'll be Myers to set one into the middle, and Sims will try and free one down. Played up by Redford. It'll be passed up by Dunn. Now Vorwaller sends one back line to the Cardinals. It'll be Ledbetter to the far side. Sims comes up, goes back line, but Jones right there. Sends one high into the air to Dunn. Dunn near side to Vorwaller. Tips one across to Ledbetter, who passes it to Yamauchi. Cardinals with a chance as Sims goes back line. Too strong off the back line. Nobody tipped it, and Katie Sims comes up with her 4th hitting error of the night. Strong hit, just a couple of feet long off the back line. 1-0, Eagles on top, and a serve into the net by Kayla Jones will end that lead and tie things right back up at 1 point apiece. I was talking with Deanna Kettner. This will be one of the few times the Eagles will have been forced into a 4th set, as out of the 8 matches they've played so far, only one has been a best of 5. Ball served over. Kayla Jones into the air. Passes this one to Dunn. Dunn to Belknap. She'll go back line. Played up by the pass of Taylor Myers. Yamauchi couldn't react to it quickly enough, though. It drops down to the side, and the Cardinals, despite getting 3 hits on the ball, cannot clear it over the net. 2-1 back to the point of the Eagles, as the Eagles have a lead on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Not for long, though, as Hope Dunn sends this one long. That's her 2nd service error of the night, and the Eagles once again see the score tied back up 2-2 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard in set number 3. Back over into the hands of Yamauchi once again for the serve. Working left to right from the middle of the court, right-handed serve. She'll line this one into the back row. Played up by Jones. Off of the light post, though, and it drops down hard. Cardinals get the friendly home bounce as Yamauchi gets her 1st ace of the night. It's 3-2, the Cardinals with their 1st lead of set number 3. And again, Reagan will get set to serve. And she'll toss it up short, sends one high. Back line, played forward. It'll be Belknap to Dunn to Sutton from the right side. Powers one down from her knees. Bartlemy tries to set up Sims. Back row on the back line. Bartlemy gets her 1st assist. Katie Sims gets another kill, and the Cardinals lead by 2. 4-2 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Again, Yamauchi to serve. Line drive back row. Dunn again passes to the near side, trying to hit one down, and catching Reagan Yamauchi out of position. Taya Batts comes up with the kill. Another assist to Hope Dunn. Has not been a good game of assists for the Eagles so far, as they only have 7 as a team, but they are clinging tight as the ball served over once again. Ledbetter gets this to Yamauchi. Far side, Bartlemy goes cross court, popped into the air. Dunn again sets this one up for Vorwaller. Front row, but from the 3-meter line, tries to hit one over the net. Instead finds the middle of it, and Vorwaller comes up with her 2nd hitting error of the night, and the Cardinals have won 3 of the last 4 points. Taylor Myers will check back into the match now, as Lexi Patterson will check out. And they'll make sure they get this rotation correct as not to lose a point, as Bria Skinner will now check out. Lexi Patterson will check in. And now Patterson will go into her position. And Taylor Myers will check out as the libero. So again, things correct here on the rotations. Cardinals making sure they have things right. Now the up judge talking things over with the down official. And a yellow card has been shown. And not sure what the yellow card was shown for, as the up judge says it has to do with the rotations. And the Cardinals will get set to serve over from Katie Franson, left to right. Ball served over. Redford gets this one to Dunn. She'll set up Belknap, who hits it into the net. and Belknap comes up with a hitting error, as that is going to end up being her first hitting error on the night to go with her 4 kills. 6-3, the Cardinals back up by 3. Biggest lead of this set, and it'll be up to Katie Franson to try and build on it. She can't, though. Another service error for Franson, her 5th on the night. The Cardinals now with 14 service errors and just 10 points into the 3rd set. 2-point edge for Soda Springs, though, as the mistakes have not cost them too much, and it'll be up to Vorwaller to serve for the Eagles. Sends it over right to left to Soda Springs. Yamauchi sets one up for Bartlemieux. Comes up on top of the ball, though, or underneath the ball, and sends it too high for her 2nd hitting error. And the Cardinals will watch it come back to a 1-point match, 6-5. Bartlemieux looking to try and bounce back-to-back hitting errors, as it'll be a serve over and across from the Eagles. Yamauchi bumps this to the far side. Patterson comes up into the block. It goes. Played back across by Dunn, though, as the Eagles scramble well. Yamauchi sets this one up for Patterson into the block. Or excuse me, that's Ledbetter into the block. It rolls along the net, out of bounds to the left side. And the Cardinals come up with another kill by Haley Ledbetter. That's her 6th. Another assist by Yamauchi gets her 19. And Soda Springs back up by 2, 7-5. Ledbetter once more to serve. Runs up, fires one over. Bumped up by Vorwaller. Played to Dunn. She'll set this one up in the middle for Belknap, who finds the back line. Riley Belknap with her 5th kill has been fantastic for the Eagles so far in the match. It's 7-6. She's been their most consistent hitter to this point in time. 1 error to her 5 kills. 7-6, 1-point edge for the Cardinals, with the Eagles serving across. Marsh Valley trying to build on their run right now to get back in front. Yamauchi, far side, goes to Sims. She hits it too long off the back line. Can't keep it inside, and Katie Sims gets another service error, or hitting error, excuse me. That's her 5th to go with her 6 kills. 7-7, all knotted up here, and Redford again to serve for Marsh Valley. Tosses the ball high. Sends one high in back row. Popped up by Ledbetter. Yamauchi runs to get to this one. Sets one up for Patterson, who's heads on into the net. Lexi Patterson with 3 straight hitting errors has not been herself after the start of the match when she had 5 straight kills, and it's 8-7 back in the lead of the Marsh Valley Eagles. But not for long. Redford sends one into the net. Her first service error for the Eagles. It's only their 10th service error. They definitely have had a better serving game than the Cardinals so far. More aces, less errors, and it's all knotted up at 8 nonetheless here, and 1 set apiece for each team as well. Played back row off the ceiling. Dunn reacts well, though, and Jones will try and send one back line. On the back line, Kayla Jones, off the assist by Hope Dunn, comes up with the kill. A fantastic kill by Kayla Jones, and the Cardinals taking the position the Eagles were in so many times last set, trying to watch it hit outside the lines. Watched it hit on the lines instead. 9-8, and another serve over for Belknap. It'll be Ledbetter getting it to Yamauchi in the middle to Sims. Tips one short. Punched up into the air, though, by the Eagles. Jones again comes up as Dunn popped it to her on a punch, and Jones says, I don't need anything much to set myself up. That'll work. Goes right down to the back line of the Cardinals and gives Marsh Valley a 10-8 lead over Soda. Marsh to serve once again, right to left. Belknap gets one to Patterson. Patterson sets one up middle. It'll be Sims dropping it down, but right there is Redford. Dunn sets it up into the middle, and 3 Eagles collide for the ball. Vorwaller was calling for it, but Emma Sutton, as well as Kayla Jones, all went for the same ball, and it was hit by Vorwaller into the net to give the Eagles serve back over to Soda Springs. Side out to Bria Skinner. She'll get set to serve. Sends one to the near side. Bumped up by Sutton. Dunn will set one up for a back row attempt by Belknap. Too strong into the Cardinals student section. And it's back to an even game here after Belknap's 2nd hitting error. It's all knotted up at 10 points apiece in set number 3. Skinner to serve again. Short toss. High serve. Bumped up by Belknap. Dunn sets this one up. Back row attempt by Redford. She'll send one back line. Again too strong. The error is starting to mount up for the Eagles now. Soda Springs trying to take advantage, and they're back up by 1, 11-10 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Skinner to serve. High serve, back row. Belknap, good pass up ahead. It'll be Dunn setting up Sutton. She goes through the block and down. Katie Franson was there, but it goes off of her fingertips. Just hit too hard by Emma Sutton, and she comes up with her 3rd kill of the night. Another assist to Hope Dunn as her 8th. She's found her rhythm as the setter for the Eagles. Short serve near side, dug into the net. Yamauchi gets it to Sims, off the block, over to the right side and down. A fantastic diving save by the back row of the Cardinals. Yamauchi able to get it off the net to set up a wonderful kill coming from Katie Sims. 12-11, Cardinals back up by 1, and Sims can't keep the momentum going as she sends one into the net. That's her 3rd service error of the night. Cardinals 15th, and we're all knotted up at 12. And back to serve. Dunn hits it into that, just climbs over inside on the line for the ace of Hope Dunn. When the ball's working for you like that, you got things going your way. It hit the net, spun up, clipped off the net again before dropping down onto the red. This serve much cleaner and over. It will not result in an ace as Ledbetter able to free it across. Sutton tips one across. Myers passes one back row. Kaylin Lewis will keep it alive, and again Ledbetter with the free ball to the back line of the Eagles. It'll be set up by Jones. Sutton tries to tip one down, finds the open space in front of a diving Kaylin Lewis, and on Kayla Jones' 3rd assist, Emma Sutton comes up with her 4th kill of the night, and it's 14-12. The Eagles back up by 2 in set number 3. This 3rd set being brought to you tonight by Bassett Building and Supply. Bassett Building and Supply in Soda Springs provides a wide variety of building supplies, including lumber, paint, hardware, and much more. Call them today at 208-547-3804. By the way, we also want you to keep an eye out for who our setter of the night is going to be. Setter of the night is brought to you by Stoddard Farms in Grace. They want to remind you that September means potato time. Not sure if you need Russets Reds or Yukons? Visit our website at stoddardfarms.com and follow the link to learn which variety is best for you. Cardinals down 14-12 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard to the Marsh Valley Lady Eagles in a best-of-5 match with the two sides knotted up here at 1 set apiece. Hope Dunn set to serve this one over. Tosses up short, lines one back row. Ledbetter to Yamauchi, sets it up far side. Ledbetter again, tipped at the net, bumped into the air though. It'll be played by Dunn, near side. Vorwaller goes back line, on the line, and Paige Vorwaller gets another kill off of another assist by Hope Dunn. It's 15-12, and the Marsh Valley Lady Eagles will look to continue things along as that will be back to Hope Dunn once more to serve. Higher serve, back row, bumped up by Ledbetter, just kisses the ceiling. Ledbetter gets a chance to kill backline herself. Yamauchi with another assist. That's going to be her 20th of the night as Haley Ledbetter, 7 straight kills without a hitting error. 15-13. Soda Springs gets back within 2. It'll be Yamauchi to serve. Sends one back line. Played by Jones towards the net. Set back behind the setter of Dunn. Emma Sutton tries to drop it down. Yamauchi will get a chance to free it across as the Cardinal scramble works out well. Bumped into the net and now misplayed by the Eagles on their side. And nobody could get it over on 3 hits. The Cardinals will take advantage. It's 15-14. Soda Springs continuing to find good play on their side, and they continue to stick around in set number 3 as Yamauchi again to serve near side. Bumped up into the air by Vorwaller. Pass up ahead to Dunn, goes to Sutton, and she'll do an offhanded hit across the net. Yamauchi sets up Sims. Frees one back across the back row of the Eagles now. Marsh Valley comes back to Vorwaller. She'll try and drop one across the net. It'll be Lewis setting this one up for Sims. Top spin into the block, but a top spin will get it to go to the right off the block, and down it goes as Sims gets the kill, and Kaylin Lewis gets her first assist of the night. It's 15 all here, 10 points away from a decision being made in this vital 3rd set. You don't want to have to go into the 4th set needing to win 2 straight. It'll be Yamauchi to serve again. High serve, short serve, bumped up by Belknap from her knees. Dunn comes to the near side. Taya Batts tries to drop it down. Played over to Yamauchi, though, by Sims. She'll get a back row attempt. Goes to the back row of the Eagles, where Dunn passes it high into the air. Belknap sets one up. It's going to be stuffed at the net, though, and dropping it down. Katie Franson with the block of Emma Sutton. Katie Franson gets her 3rd block of the night. No net violations either. She's had a fantastic night at the net, and the Cardinals get back in front by 1, 16-15 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Yamauchi once more to serve, tosses it high, sends one short to the near side. Played by Vorwaller. Back row, Dunn's going to set this one up for Belknap. Tipped at the net for the Cardinals and played forward. It'll be Yamauchi to the far side. Ledbetter tips one across, but played back to the Eagles and spun back down to Myers for the Cardinals. Yamauchi sets this one up for Ledbetter. Over the top of the ball and hits it into the net. Haley Ledbetter ends her run of perfect play with her second hitting error, and Soda Springs sees the score go back to an even score at 16 apiece. Emma Sutton to serve once again. Looks to the up judge. Takes one step, sends one high and short. Myers misplays it, but Sims right there to help it, and it's going to be free to cross by Ledbetter. Up off a kiss to the ceiling. Dunn plays it well at the net. Another joust, and hitting it into the net herself is Paige Vorwaller. She mistimed her joust. The block was there, coming that time from Franson and Bartholomew, and Soda Springs ends up going back up by 1 as Katie Franson will go back to serve. Bria Skinner will check out 17-16, a 1-point edge for the Cardinals with the serve and the offense. It'll be a serve across by Franson. Bumped into the air. Dunn comes near side and dropping it too strong off the back line. No tip from either side, say the line judges and the up judges, and that's a hitting error coming from Sutton. That gives the Soda Springs Cardinals another point, 2-point edge, 18-16, ball served short. Dug back to the Soda Springs sides. Ledbetter gets it over to Yamauchi. Back to Ledbetter. She'll go back corner, targeting it out, but she goes off of the arm of Emma Sutton. She put Emma Sutton out of position as, again, nobody filling in the back corner of the Eagles. And Soda Springs, on another smart play by Ledbetter, gets themselves up to their biggest lead of the night, 19-16. Another serve across gives the Eagles another chance as Belknap tips one over. Cardinals there to recover, though. Ledbetter, another chance, comes to the near side with a two-hand tip. There to play it, those Jones. They'll set up Vorwaller. She tires one down, but Yamauchi there to play it cleanly, and Sims frees one to the back line. Tipped over and across, and outside the near line. Yamauchi watched it down, didn't play the ball, and it drops outside the line on a hitting error, that time coming from, I believe, Taya Batts. Cardinals continuing to build on a lead, 20-16, closing it out late. Dunn comes near side. Belknap drops one down, put top spin on it from the near side, went cross court to her right, and found the hardwood in the middle of the court. Riley Belknap again has been the most consistent player for the Eagles so far, and she gets them the ball back down by 3, 20-17 after a 4-point run by Soda. Back to serve Vorwaller, clipping the net cords and dropping one down inside the line. Paige Vorwaller gets herself an ace. That's her third. A 2-point edge now for the Cardinals as it gets trimmed down. Back to Vorwaller once more from the right side of the painted area on the basketball court. Will step forward and lines one back row. Ledbetter kisses one off the ceiling here at the gym in Soda Springs, and it's going to be a two-hand tip to the back line from Bartholomew. That's Belknap will set up Batch. She fires one back line, trying to go for the arcing high shot onto the back line. Couldn't drop it inside, and Taya Batts again comes up with another error. Back-to-back by her, and it's 21-18. Ledbetter to serve once more. The junior will line up and run one across off of Taya Batts, lined into the back row of the bleachers, and Soda Springs goes back up by 4 on Haley Ledbetter's second ace. 22-18 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Ledbetter to serve. Waits for the officials to be ready. And the up judge pausing things, is wanting to have a conversation with the down official. And now the down official will come over towards the scores table to talk things over and make sure things are correct on this side. She'll look back to the up judge to see if she can figure out what's going on and figure out what he was trying to point out. Not sure what it was. Either way, back to the action of play, 22-18, and Haley Ledbetter will once more get set to serve. Line drive back row to the right side. Vorwaller pops it up. Dunn will come back to the near, and it'll be freed over by Belknap. Back row, Ledbetter passes one forward, and Sims will free one over. Back line, nobody there, and Katie Sims on the assist of Haley Ledbetter comes up with another kill for herself. 9 kills for Katie Sims. 5 errors for Katie Sims, but it doesn't matter. The Cardinals up by 5, 23-18. Ledbetter to serve. Line drive back row. Passed up by Vorwaller. Good pass to Dunn. Sets one up for Belknap. Blocked at the net by Patterson. And then Bartholomew comes up to try and close it out. Good play, though, by the back row of the Eagles. Another tip job, but it's going to be played by the Cardinals. Patterson tries to go back row once more. Played into the air by Sutton. Drop down. Diving try by Sims. Keeps it alive and avoids a diving Yamauchi, who went into her lap to try and drop it down. But Taya Batts comes up with the kill. as Emma Sutton gets her first assist, and it's 23-19. Redford once more to serve for the Eagles as Marsh Valley has some work to do to get back into this match. Patterson and Yamauchi collide for the ball. Free ball sent over and outside the lines on the back row by Sims. Communication starting to slacken for the Cardinals as the Eagles get their way back into this match. They're down 23-20. Back within 3. Redford, trying to continue to serve. Popped up into the air. Good pass by Myers to Yamauchi. Sims into the block and down. Belknap couldn't close out the block, and Katie Sims comes up with her 10th kill of the match. Make it now 22 assists for Reagan Yamauchi, matching what she did last night against the Grace Grizzlies. And it'll be Kaylin Lewis to serve. Goes to the back row, and the senior will line forward. Sends one short to the near side. On the line, and Kaylin Lewis piggers one out for her first ace of the night, and Soda Springs with a 25-20 set number 2 win, and they lead 2-1 over the Marsh Valley Eagles. One away from closing it out. This third set was brought to you by Bassett Building and Supply. Bassett Building and Supply in Soda Springs provides a wide variety of building supplies, including lumber, paint, hardwood, and much more. Call them today at 208-847-1421 and be sure to help them and tell them that you heard about it on KBRV 800 The Bear. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll have set number 4 in what has been a tight matchup between these two sides on your home for Cardinal Athletics, MyLocalRadio.com.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center, Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Welcome back out once again. Fourth set coming up in a best-of-5 match between the Eagles and the Soda Springs Cardinals, as Soda Springs holding on to a 2-1 set lead over the Marsh Valley Eagles, and hopefully they will be able to hold that out. It's been a fantastic night again for the big hitters of the Cardinals. Haley Ledbetter has 8 kills, Lexi Patterson with 5, and Katie Sims with 10 kills. The offense has been whirring along so far for Soda Springs, and they look to try and continue to hold things to a strong possession on their side. When they come out, they'll have the serve in set number 5, and we'll look to try and close it out, or set number 4, I should say, as they look to open things up on a good run they did last time as well. Give you an update on a few things going on tomorrow. We're going to be watching football tomorrow night as the Soda Springs Cardinals will take on the Ryrie Bulldogs. We'll be on air at 7 o'clock, or at 6:30 with the pregame show. 7 o'clock will be the opening kick of that game. Soda Springs Cross Country will be up at the Tiger Grizz Invitational in Idaho Falls. So it's an easy opportunity for you to make your way up to Idaho Falls, watch cross country. Then that night, make your way up to Ryrie. And on Saturday, after you watch football at Ryrie, you can go ahead and make the trip up to West Jefferson High School in Territon and watch as the Cardinals, the Grizzlies, and the Cowgirls of North Gem all take part in the West Jefferson Volleyball Invitational. If you can't make it up to the Volleyball Invitational, we'll be on air there as well. First match of the night is at 8:30 for the Grace Grizzlies. We'll be on air at, or 8:50 for the Grace Grizzlies. We'll be on air at 8:30. not quite set for play here in set number 4. Cardinals right now with that 2-1 set lead as Katie Sims will line things up and the opening serve up and over to start out set number 4. Dunn passes one back to the middle. Emma Sutton denied by the net, and that will be 4 hits on the Eagles as Emma Sutton picks up her 4th hitting error of the night for her 4 kills. And the Cardinals start out with a 1-0 lead. That first serve brought to you by Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier. It'll be another serve for Katie Sims. Right to left, she'll line one back row. Played up by Redford, set up by Dunn. Far side, Sutton off the block. A little bit of extra aggression off of that hit by Emma Sutton as she powered it through the block onto the back line. Evening things up at 1 apiece here in set number 4 between the Cardinals and the Eagles. Late night match. That's the 4th set, the first 4-setter for the Cardinals this year. Ball bumped up by Ledbetter. Yamauchi sets up Haley on the near side. She hits it into the block, rolls along the net, and down on the Eagles' side. Ledbetter gets her 9th kill. Another assist for Yamauchi. She's got 23 of those, and it's a 2-1 lead for the Cardinals over Marsh Valley and the Eagles. Back to serve is Reagan Yamauchi. She'll move into the back row. Tosses one up, fires one over. Bumped up and played by Dunn into the back row attempt for Belknap, who hits it into the net. Riley Belknap starting to struggle a bit. She's gone error, kill, error, kill, error on her last 5 attempts, and it's 3-1, the lead for the Cardinals over Marsh Valley. Again, it'll be Yamauchi to serve. High serve short, bumped up on the near side. Jones gets it to Dunn. Sutton mishits badly as she went way over into the bleachers, carried it all the way over, and it's a 4-1 lead on another mistake made by Marsh Valley, and that has really been a piece of the Cardinals taking advantage. It'll be another serve by Yamauchi. Pops one up back row, does Jones. Dunn sets it up for Sutton again. The big hitter goes to her left and drops one down on the far side of the court. It's 4-2 as Emma Sutton ends the error run and comes up with the kill. Another assist to Hope Dunn. Again, a little more aggression from Emma Sutton on the last couple of times that she's hit the ball, and she has been a big player for the Eagles so far this season, but it was not a big factor last year, so it's nice to have her back if you're a Marsh Valley Eagle fan. She needs to work on some more consistency there. She won't need the consistency as Hope Dunn serves one over, clips the net, and rolls onto the Cardinals' side as no one could adjust quickly enough, and it drops to the hardwood. Hope Dunn comes up with her 2nd ace of the night. 4-3, Soda Springs up by 1, but Marsh Valley with the serve. It'll be the Eagles sending it over. Line drive bumped up by Myers. Yamauchi sets this one up for Bartlemu at the 3-meter line, but it's going to be played up in the back row by Marsh Valley. Far side, Borwaller drops one off. Back row play, though, by Sims. Keeps it alive to Yamauchi. Ledbetter frees one back line. Jones gets it to Dunn. Up to Sutton. She drops one, but Sims there again. Under the net goes Yamauchi, and that will end up being a kill for Sutton. Vorwaller on the back side as she came up with a hard hit into the back row where Sims couldn't get a clean pass. Another serve over by Dunn with a score knotted up at 4 each. Yamauchi sets this one up. Ledbetter tips one over the block. Good pass up, though, and Dunn will free one across as the Eagles keep it alive. Bartlemu sets it near side. It'll be Franson off the block and down. Franson comes up with her 4th kill on the assist by Bartlemu. Katie Franson, a nice little extra piece the Cardinals have added to their front line whenever Patterson is out on the back row. She's definitely had an impact tonight with her blocking game and 4 kills. Ball served over, 5-4 Cardinals lead. It'll be done. To the far side, Taya Bat sends one over, but is bumped into the air. Yamauchi comes near side. Ledbetter goes back line off of Belknap and down. Haley Ledbetter hits double-digit kills tonight. First time tonight, the year she's gotten to that, and it's a 6-4 lead for the Cardinals as they build it back up to 2 with Katie Franson on the serve once again. Franson looks over, high serve, over the net, clips the cords, but a good play by Belknap on the adjustment. Near side, it'll be Sutton to drop one down, goes cross-court to the Cardinals' left side of the court, and drops it through for the kill. Sutton once again finds the hardwood, and she continues to have a strong night. She's got 7 kills, building up from a rough start. It'll be Sutton to serve now, onto the back row, sends it into the net. Emma Sutton, after having 3 straight aces to open things out, has 3 service errors now, and the Cardinals keep that 2-point advantage, 7-5 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Back to serve again as Ledbetter runs up, lines one back row, right at Jones, and Kayla Jones can't get it into the air as Ledbetter comes up with her 3rd ace And it's a 3-point lead for the Cardinals, 8-5 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Ledbetter again runs up, long serve into the net though. A little bit too much heat on it, not enough height on it, and the Cardinals will side out back to the Eagles. 8-6 still though with that 2-point edge. All they got to do is play clean volleyball and get the ball back. It'll be Vorwaller, send it across, long no, on the back line. Called it early, so did the Cardinals who let it drop, and Vorwaller with the ace. That's her 4th ace of the night, and it's an 8-7 match, back to a 1-point lead for Soda Springs on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. It'll be once more a serve up and over, bumped up by Patterson. It'll be Yamauchi to Ledbetter on the back row. It's going to find its way down as Vorwaller couldn't get a clean pass. Goes off of Taya Batts and drops to the hardwood. Ledbetter with another kill on another assist by Reagan Yamauchi. 9-7, back to a 2-point edge for Soda Springs, and Kaylin Lewis to serve as the senior lines up in the back row. Runs up a curly-cue run, short serve in front of the entire back row of the Eagles. Nobody could react to it in time. I think it took them all by shock as Kaylin Lewis gets her 2nd ace, and it's a 3-point lead again for Soda Springs. Lewis looking to build on this, looking for 2 straight points on the service run. Sends one high and short, bumped into the air to Dunn. She'll set this one to Jones, who sends one into the block, blocked by Patterson, and a free ball sent over by Jones for the Eagles after the scramble. Yamauchi comes near side to Sims, tipped at the net and played up into the air in the back row by Sutton. Up to Dunn, back to Sutton, back row attempt right at the back line where it's into the face of Ledbetter. Got her hands up to adjust but could not drop it down quickly enough, and Emma Sutton comes up with another kill on her back line play. That's her 8th. 10-8, your score, 2-point lead for the Cardinals as the serve comes over. Ledbetter, clean pass, gets it to Sims. She'll go back line, but Redford right there. Dunn passes it middle. Coming up, Belknap with a good run up and powers one through. Riley Belknap, a little frustration coming out on some of these kills right now for the Eagles as they have played some very, very strong volleyball in the last little bit. The Cardinals have just been playing a little bit better on their side. It'll be back to Redford once again to serve. High toss, high serve, back line. Off of Patterson. Ledbetter there, though, to save it. And there's a free ball across coming up from Sims. Dunn now sets it up into the middle. Belknap tries a backline kill. Saved by Franson on the good dig. Yamauchi comes near side and Sims into the net. Hits it poorly, and Katie Sims sees another error added to her record as the match goes even 10-10 in set number 4. Cardinals with a 2-1 set lead as Redford sends one across. Ledbetter up ahead. It goes to Yamauchi. Tips one across. Punched back over by Belknap. Yamauchi another chance. She'll pass it this time. Goes to Sims. Cross court off of Vorwaller and down. Katie Sims got the pass right back and able to go back to her killing ways. 26 assists now for Yamauchi, an 11-10 lead for Soda Springs. Bria Skinner will check back in to serve as Lexi Patterson will take a seat on the bench. Bria rocks into her serve, a short serve popped up by Redford. Played to Dunn. She'll back set this one to Belknap. Tipped at the net. Franson there to recover. Yamauchi comes near side, and it'll be a hit into the net by Katie Sims. Mistimed her run up and couldn't quite get it over the cords. 11-11 your score. And the Cardinals will watch as Bria Skinner checks back out. Lexi Patterson checks back in, and Myers will check in for Patterson as the libero in the back line. It'll be Riley Belknap to serve for the Eagles once play is ready to resume. Left to right on your radio dial and video screen, the blue jerseys of the Eagles serving to the black jerseys of the Cardinals. Ball served up and over. Bumped up by Ledbetter. It'll be passed by Yamauchi near side. Franson into the block. Popped up to the back row, and Redford will see Belknap scramble one over. Up to the air, it goes to Yamauchi. Pass to the near side. Sims again tipped at the net. Redford there once again to save it. Dunn passes to the net, and a free ball tipped across by Jones. Over to the far side, Yamauchi again with the pass. Sims spins one back row. Redford again. 3 straight digs for the libero of the Eagles. And then a long shot comes from Kayla Jones. She can't take advantage of the fantastic play by the Eagles libero. And Soda Springs back up by 1, 12-11 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Katie Sims to serve once again as the sophomore runs up and lines one back row. Played up by Sutton. Dunn's going to set this one up for Sutton on the far side. Into the block. Popped up, but they're going to call a lift on the play of Katie Franson. It's her 4th hitting error, but a tough play as it got blocked right down into her lap, just trying to keep it in the air and couldn't quite do it cleanly. 12-12 your score on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Bumped into the air now, Ledbetter to Yamauchi, back to Ledbetter, back row. There's Belknap to keep it alive. Dunn bumps this one far side. Vorwaller with a kill chance, long off the back line. And Vorwaller's hitting error will be her 5th, and again gives the Cardinals the 1-point edge, 13-12 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. It'll be Reagan Yamauchi once more to serve. From the middle of the back line, sends one short. In the middle, Belknap to Dunn. She'll set up Belknap for a back row attempt. Short, popped up by Ledbetter. Myers passes one, and it'll be tipped over by Franson. Back to Dunn. She'll set this one for Vorwaller again. A diving try by Yamauchi to keep it alive. Back to Franson, and then Ledbetter top spins one into the net. Haley Ledbetter, who has 11 kills tonight, gets her 3rd hitting error, and it's all knotted up at 13 apiece between the Soda Springs Cardinals and the Marsh Valley Eagles. Tight 4th set here. It's been a tight match to this point as well. It'll be back to Hope Dunn to serve. Long serve back row. Played up. Myers gets it to Ledbetter. She'll find Bartlemieux into the block and down. Haley Ledbetter finds her teammate and senior teammate Alexa Bartlemieux for a 2nd kill, 2nd assist for Ledbetter, and it's 14-13, a 1-point edge back for the Cardinals. The two sides trading points in set number 4. Back to Franson to serve into the net, though. The senior middle comes up with her 6th service error of the match. She has struggled in that back row when it comes to serving. She's had a fantastic game elsewhere. It'll be Emma Sutton to serve for the Eagles after the Cardinals' mistake. She'll send one back row. Ledbetter, clean pass over to the far side, but playable. Bartlemieux sends one across, popped up by Jones. Dunn sets it up to the middle. Vorwaller goes back line, just a smidge long off of the back line. Eagles wanted a touch, but the line judges said no, and Vorwaller again comes up with a hitting error at the line. It's 15-14, Cardinals back up by 1. It'll be Ledbetter to serve. Checks to the bench to see where to serve it to, and she'll line one off the net cords, but played back up into the air to the Cardinal side. Sims punches one down. That finds the hardwood after being tipped at the net, and the Cardinals get themselves another lead. Katie Sims up the Cardinals lead to 2 at 16-14 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Back once more to Ledbetter for the serve. Haley stands on the Soda Springs writing on the back of the court, lines one over. Popped up by Belknap on the far side. She powers one down. Ledbetter with a fantastic dig and a free over by Yamauchi. Diving dig to try and keep it alive. Ball punched over by Belknap, but the Cardinals, after the dig, will have a chance as it play over by Bartlemieux. And Alexa Bartlemieux takes advantage of the amazing defense by the Cardinals and drops one through on Reagan Yamauchi's 27th assist of the night. 17-14. Soda Springs up by 3 as Ledbetter will get set to serve again. Long serve to the back row. It'll be Jones set to Dunn. Far side, Belknap drops one down, but off the net courts, played by Franson. It'll be Ledbetter off to Sims, fires it at Taya Batts, and off of her block, out of play. Another kill for Katie Sims on the assist that time by Bartlemieux, who got it to her. 18-14. 4-point lead for the Cardinals, their biggest of this set. Ledbetter trying to build on that. Serves one across. Sutton sets it to the middle, and Dunn's going to free this one over. Franson gets it to Yamauchi. Set over to the far side. Bartlemieux off the block again. They're going to say into the net went the defender as well. Either way, it was going to be a kill for the Eagles, but they're going to say the net violation goes. And Riley Belknap, that's her second net violation of the night. And it gives the Cardinals that 5-point edge right now. And the ball goes all the way outside of play as it goes through the open doors on the back end of the court. And it'll be tracked down to continue this 4th set. A 5-point lead for the Cardinals, 19-14 on the Caribou Memorial Hospital scoreboard. And Ledbetter will once again get the chance to serve. She'll line one just over the net, climbs the net, rolls over and finds the hardwood. And a timeout is going to be taken by the Eagles of Marsh Valley as they want to talk things over. We'll remind you, stay tuned after this for our post-game show. We'll give you final stats as well as bringing your setter of the game brought to you by Stoddard Farms. At Stoddard Farms in Grace, they remind you that September means potato time. Not sure if you need russets, reds, or Yukons? Be sure to visit their website at stoddardfarms.com or follow the link to learn which variety is best for your needs. Also, stay tuned for your block of the game being brought to you by Bear Lake Drug. At Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier, they have all of your prescription needs. While you're there, visit their gift shop for the perfect surprise for that special someone. That's Bear Lake Drug, the small-town pharmacy that gives you world-class service. Soda Springs closing this match out well. They've done that so far all season long, and again, the fact that a lot of their offense has been coming from kills and from offensive plays has got to be a nice thing to see for Coach Shawnee Thompson on her side of the court, particularly going into a tournament on Saturday that already has them pitted against Ryrie and Butte County in the opening round robin. They need all the momentum they can get going into that. We'll have a day off before that. Two sides come back out. Ledbetter back once more to serve, right to left. From her left side of the court. She'll line one over. Back row, played up by Jones. Done. Good set towards the net. Played by Belknap over it, but it goes into the ceiling, and that is going to be another point for the Cardinals. There was miscommunication, I think, between Belknap and Dunn, as Dunn set it up, but it was short for Belknap as a run-up was slow, and the Cardinals will take the point. Up by 7 now, 21-14. Ledbetter to serve, fires it over. Popped into the air to the far side, played into the middle by Belknap, and freed across by Vorwall. Tough free ball, but played by Sims. It'll be Yamauchi setting back up to Sims, tipped at the net, and Dunn gets a clean pass into the middle. It'll be Taya Bantz, tipped it to Belknap, blocked at the net by Patterson, and back over to the Cardinal side it goes on a free ball. Yamauchi comes near side to Sims, into the block and down. All set up by a block by Lexi Patterson. Katie Sims with another kill. 3 straight kills without an error, and the Cardinals back up by 8 now, 22-14. Goes back to Ledbetter to serve on a long service run for the Cardinals, and it'll continue as another ace for Haley Ledbetter. That's her 5th, 23-14, and that is 9 straight points run off by the Cardinals. This match had been tied at 14 apiece. 23-14. Ledbetter to serve. Long serve, back row, played into the air to Dunn. She'll set this one for Belknap, comes up, hits it into the net, and right now the Cardinals 1 point away from closing out their 3rd win and remaining perfect on the season. Haley Ledbetter back to serve to close it out. Set point, 24-10. Lines one into the net. Cords can't keep it going, and the Cardinals will give it back over to the Eagles. Down by 9, though. The Cardinals have 9 more set points to try and close it out. It's up to Paige Vorwaller of the Eagles to wrap it through. Vorwaller lines one back row, played by Franson, into the net, played over the net, I should say, and tipped back down on the far side. That is Kayla Jones getting her 4th kill, and it's 24-16. An 8-point lead still for the Cardinals on set point. Goes back once again to Vorwaller to serve. She'll stand, step, and fire serve into the net. A rough way to close it out as Vorwaller's 3rd service error finds the net, and the Cardinals, after dropping the first set, wrap it up on straight sets with a 24-26 win, 25-20, and then 25-16 in the final set of the night. Soda Springs continues to look strong on the early season. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll wrap up this 3rd match of the year for the Cardinals, their 2nd home match as well on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
How'd I do?
You'll get better. Tim can't wait to be a real driver. But for now, he's king of the online track thanks to Silverstar Communications high-speed internet. Reliable, consistent speeds give him the edge against players anywhere, even the other end of the couch.
Whoa. You'll get better.
Visit silverstar.com to learn more.
This broadcast of high school sports is being made possible by the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho, serving Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming.
Get it to go at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace, Idaho. From pizza to potato wedges, from burritos to the jalapeno flavored corn dogs, from candy, clothing, car accessories, and fountain drinks, convenience is fun. And Patterson Quick Stop and Patterson Easy Way help to fill your needs conveniently. They have something for everyone: food, fuel, and fun at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs and Patterson Easy Way in Grace. Right here, right now.
Imagine a mining company that respects the quality of the environment and health of natural ecosystems. At Monsanto, we don't begin mining unless we can ensure every safeguard is in place to respect the environment. And if they're not, then we don't mine. Simple as that. That's why we take steps before, during, and after mining to reach our goal of leaving the land even better than we found it. Monsanto. Imagine.
Here's a look at your Lalaton's food specials for the week of September 8th through the 14th in Soda Springs. We start off with 93% lean, 7% fat ground beef for $2.99 a pound. You can also grab yourself fresh, large Honeycrisp apples for $2.88 a pound, or blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries at $1.88 a package. Wrap it all up with dessert with Tillamook 56-ounce select varieties of ice cream for $3.99. That's a look at some of your Lalaton's food specials in Soda Springs.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals, where they close out the Marsh Valley Eagles in 4 sets, coming up with a big victory in their second home match of the year to move to 3-0 on the season. And we are still wrapping up our stats, figuring out how many were scored by the Cardinals. We'll take one more quick break. When we come back, we'll have those final stats for you on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Mama, come on.
Say mama.
Say mama.
Listen, if I could talk, I'd tell you I'm almost 2 and still not responding. That's one sign of a communication disorder, and delaying treatment can affect my development.
Many parents aren't aware of the early signs of speech, language, and hearing disorders, yet early detection and treatment can improve quality of life.
Come on, say dada. Ugh, here we go.
Identify the signs of communication disorders. Identifythesigns.org.
Students, when I call the reason for your absences throughout the years, please exit the auditorium without your high school diploma. Too tired, family trip, sick day, starting the holidays early.
Starting in the 6th grade, students who miss 18 days or more of school in a year for any reason will fall behind and risk not graduating high school. How many days of school has your child missed this year? Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out once again to Soda Springs High School on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. We're here in our post-game show. Let's get first to our sponsored items as the setter of the game, brought to you by Stoddard Farms. That's got to go to Reagan Yamauchi. 28 set assists on the night. Fantastic play for her. She did a great job setting up her teammates for 39 kills on the night for the Cardinals. Great play overall for Soda Springs. That brought to you by Stoddard Farms in Grace. They invite you to their website at stoddardfarms.com for their farmers market updates. They're hoping, weather permitting, to have Reds and Yukons available for purchase starting on Thursday, September 15th. They also hope to have Russets available for purchase on Monday, September 19th. Again, all updates can be viewed at stoddardfarms.com. Your block of the game, that's got to go to Katie Franson. She stepped up in a big way. 3 stuff blocks on the night, each one of them big in their own way, all of them coming at big points in the match, and all of them coming, I believe, on Emma Sutton. With her play at the net, that deserves a big, big shout out. Katie Franson, who is also our pregame interview, deserves the block of the game, brought to you by Bear Lake Drug. That's Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier. It has all your prescription needs. While you're there, visit our gift shop for the perfect surprise for that special someone. That's Bear Lake Drug, the small town pharmacy that gives you world-class service. Back to the individual stats for the night. We mentioned Reagan Yamauchi's 28 assists. 14 of those went to Katie Sims. She was on fire tonight. 14 kills, 3 errors. That's still something she needs to work on with her consistency, but definitely a strong night for her at the net. Haley Ledbetter with 11 kills as well as 3 errors. A very clean night for her. She has been one of the most consistent Cardinals when it comes to killing so far on the young season. Lexi Patterson with 5 kills, 3 errors. Katie Franson, 4 kills and 4 errors. Kaylin Lewis with 2 kills. Alexa Bartlemy with 3 kills. Again, 39 total kills for the Cardinals. 22 errors in 4 sets. Not a bad number to throw up there for the Cardinals. They dropped their average errors a set from last night at Grace, where they had 19 errors in the 3-set match. So good improvement by the Cardinals, steady improvement by the Cardinals to get themselves to where there are 34 total assists on the night for the Cardinals as a team. The big weak point so far, 13 aces, but 18 service errors in 4 sets. Not something you want to see as a coach. That's more than 4 service errors in each match. They did have 7 blocks at the net, 4 of those to Lexi Patterson, 3 to Katie Franson, as the big middles for the Cardinals doing their job well all throughout the night. 2 net violations, not bad during all 4 of those sets. On the other side for the Marsh Valley Eagles, 26 total kills. 8 of those went to Emma Sutton. She did have 5 errors as she struggled early on in the match, but was able to rebound well. 7 kills for Riley Belknap. She started out strong, and unlike Emma Sutton, fell down towards the end of it. 7 kills, 5 errors. All 5 of those errors coming in her last 8 hitting attempts. After that, Paige Vorwaller and Kayla Jones each had 4 kills. Taya Batts and Hope Dunn with 2 kills and 1 kills, respectively. 16 assists for Hope Dunn, 3 assists for Kayla Jones, Emma Sutton and Taya Batts with 1 assist each. 21 total assists on the night for the Marsh Valley Lady Eagles. Their ace and serving game was fantastic tonight, though, as they finished out with 12 aces, 12 errors on the evening. And that is something you'll live with, especially when you have those 12 aces. 4 aces for Paige Vorwaller, but she'd have 3 service errors. A good night for her as well. 4 blocks in the game, 3 of them coming from Emma Sutton. Her net play was fantastic tonight as well. That wraps up your stats from tonight's game. Cardinals win it 3-1 over the Marsh Valley Eagles. We'll take one more break, and when we come back, we'll have your sports update, which Coach Cliff Garbett Sports Update, which Coach Cliff Garbett on the other side of this break on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
When the time comes, you'll want true compassion balanced with clinical care for your mom or dad, grandma or grandpa. Edgewood Assisted Living Center in Soda Springs provides a warm, caring, and secure environment for individuals who need medication assistance, healthy meals, and assistance with daily activities. You can help by introducing them to our Assisted Living Center. Come on in for a tour and consultation. Find out about our monthly move-in specials and respite visits. Furnished suites are available. Call 208-547-0257. The Edgewood Assisted Living Center, Soda Springs, Idaho, a place to call home.
Hi, I'm Todd Hunziker. Most dealers focus on the experience you have just a few moments that you're in their store. At Hunziker Ford, we want to keep you happy forever, and to prove it, we offer warranty forever at no cost to you. So here's the deal. All you have to do is follow the maintenance schedule on virtually anything you buy from us, and the expensive powertrain components are covered forever. That's Todd Hunziker Ford, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. It's just that simple.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you. Whether it's warm outside and you need an air conditioning system, or cold outside and you need a new natural gas furnace, Reed's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep your family comfortable, and there's never been a better time to convert to natural gas. With great service and expertise, Reed's is your all-weather friend in southeastern Idaho. Call us today, 208-547-4466, and we'll get right to work making your home comfortable and cozy. That's Reed's Plumbing and Heating at 208-547-4466. Natural gas, it's worth asking for.
Welcome back out to Soda Springs High School on KBRV 800 The Bear. The Soda Springs cheerleaders out on the court now as they get their evening practice in. Well, it's time for us to talk about the football team, though, as the Soda Springs football team is going to be on the road at Ryrie tomorrow night. We'll be sitting down and talking with Coach Cliff Garbett now on what the Cardinals have been doing so far on the season. Caleb Burgraff joined here with Coach Cliff Garbett from the Soda Springs football team. And Coach, first couple of weeks, definitely learning experiences for the team out there on the field. What are some of the things you as a coach hope the kids have been taking away from these first 2 games?
Just showing that we have room for improvement, and a lot of it. That's what we want them to know, is that we can do better than what we have been if we can clean up our assignments and do what we need to do.
How important is it to get the kids to also understand that the 2 teams that they've played are definitely upper caliber teams when it comes to 2A football in Idaho?
It is important for them to know that, but our view is the same every week. It doesn't matter who we're playing. We just are going to go out there and do the best job that we can do and play for 4 quarters with full effort. If we do that, we're winners, regardless of who it is. But we didn't get that done this last week. You know, I felt like we played solid for 3, but let down in the 4th a little bit.
What's the big thing outside of just getting effort for 4 quarters that you guys are working on this week in practice as you prepare for Ryrie?
Just cleaning up our mistakes. That's the biggest thing. That's where we shot ourselves in the foot a lot with turnovers and on just simple things that we need to take care of daily, such as snaps and fumbles and things like that, the basic fundamentals of football.
On the defensive side, you talked about the positives that came out of the game there. A couple of little mistakes here and there that are not necessarily bad mistakes to have, but overall, until the 4th quarter, a very good football game that could have easily been 14-0 or even 20-0 going into that 3rd quarter. What type of things do you expect the defense to grow on even after that game?
There were some big positives. I think the biggest thing defensively we need to work on is just our open field tackling and making tackles when we need to, but I saw some very positive things with the defense from last week to this week. We had some key turnovers and did much better on the defensive side of the ball. But same thing, our biggest thing is just the fundamentals and continuing to get better at those.
This week you get to go against a program that has had some struggles in the past and is still struggling a little bit this year. In fact, Ryrie and the Bulldogs, what do you expect from them? What do they do from what you've seen on film?
They run the double wing offense, and they're, regardless where they're at, they're 2-0 right now, and we're 0-2. So we just need to come out and play a better game. That's all we're looking forward to, is just improving on our mistakes from the last week and continuing to improve each week and getting better.
You have 2 straight road games now. Is it nice to get away from home after that last game and let the kids really not have to worry about any of the distractions going on here and just focus on the game once they get up there?
I'm not sure with the kids. For me, it doesn't matter. Football's football. We're just going to go out and play the same game regardless if we're home or away. I mean, it is great to have your fans behind you and cheering for you, but football's football when it comes down to it.
Coach, I appreciate the time, and we'll look forward to watching another game this Friday night against Ryrie.
All right, thank you, Caleb.
That was Coach Cliff Garbett on our sports update. That wraps up our broadcast here tonight. I want to thank you for listening in to the Cardinal Postgame Show. The proceeding has been a sports production and sports broadcast of Old West Media Incorporated and Cook Brothers Broadcasting. No portion of this production can be used to rebroadcast without express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Once again, our final score, 3-1. The Soda Springs Cardinals come away with a big victory over the Marsh Valley Eagles, dropping the first set 25-21 before taking the final 3 sets 26-24, 25-20, and 25-16. Join us on tomorrow night's broadcast when we go and watch Soda Springs football take on the Ryrie Bulldogs. That'll be a 6:30 pregame show with a 7 o'clock opening kick over at Ryrie, Idaho. Tonight's executive producer is Val Cook. I also would like to thank our sales team of Julie Burley and Kim Miller. Office manager Kayleen Anderson does a fantastic job as well. And our general photographer Warren Cook was here as well. Thank you to all of our fine sponsors and to you for tuning in. For tonight's videographer and Zippy Thompson, I'm Caleb Burgraff. Until next time, let's go Cardinals. Let's go Caribou County.
Another game is in the books, and we would like to thank you for tuning in and supporting Caribou County Volleyball on KBRV 800 The Bear. This broadcast has been brought to you by
Monsanto, Hunsaker Ford, Silver Star Communications, and by MyLocalRadio.com.
Be sure to visit MyLocalRadio.com for archived versions of this and other games, as well as updates and interviews with local teams throughout the school year. And don't forget to join us for our next broadcast of Caribou County Volleyball on KBRV The Bear and online with live video streaming at MyLocalRadio.com.